You know what I figured? I think we may well go ahead and get the Jimmy G war started right now because it's going to be raging all season long, all off season long. And I get the opportunity, of course, to go Shannon Sharp on you. Y'all know I'm right. Y'all know I know what I'm talking about. Last time y'all decided to go against my way of thinking, what happened to you? I think it's going to be fun, though. But, hey, yesterday in the media conference, right? Coach Shanahan was hit with a series of questions regarding the future of starting quarterback Jimmy G during his Monday media conference. And Coach made clear that Jimmy G was a starter on opening day in 2021. Was Shanahan running a narrative to prompt a bigger potential return on a trade? Was he being sincere? Or is Shanahan veiling an agenda that we don't even yet know about? All these questions and more tonight as we'll be taking your phone calls for your opinion on the 2021 Jimmy G dilemma, which is already in progress. It didn't take long. And plenty more of the issues surrounding the 49ers, of course. You drop all that stuff in. Because I'm not going to be able to make it normally after. He's not going to have another press conference tomorrow. But I won't be able to make it tomorrow, so we got to do this today. Normally, I wait till Wednesday. Anyway, fam, you know what? I can see you every day, fam. You know how much I love you? Come on. First, let's get to the press conference. Just a few of the details from that press conference to add some fuel to the fire tonight. First, just wanted to follow up on Cam's question. Here's the first question. First, just wanted to follow up on Cam's question. The reporter that was asking the next question was amplifying on a question from Cam Inman, beat writer for the Mercury News. Of course, you know. The reporter asked, said as he addressed Shanahan, he asked whether you still think Jimmy's going to be the starter next year, and guys are going to ride. Are you guys going to ride with him? Answer, Shanahan says, yes, I do believe Jimmy's going to be our quarterback next year. Again, the question, he continued. Next question. I'm going to have to follow up with the Jimmy question because everybody, all the reporters have already said weeks ago Jimmy G will never see another snap in San Francisco, right? So now they're wondering, what are you talking about, Kyle? So the next question, I'm going to have to follow up with Jimmy's question. Everybody can look at his salary, how the salary cap is falling, the amount of quarterbacks who might become available in the offseason, whether it's through trade, free agency, the draft. What makes you so certain that Jimmy G will be our quarterback? And can you say that with 100% certainty? Shanahan, answer. Guys, you can't say anything with certainty. You don't sit here and make promises on anything. We build a football team. It's your job to put the best team together year in and year out. People talk about Jimmy's salary. Jimmy is like one of the middle quarterbacks in the league right now in terms of salary. That's just how much they cost. So it's not like it's something ridiculous or anything like that. So we can work all that out. Not to mention, look at Jimmy's record when he's been here. Jimmy you can win with. He's proven that. He's proven he's a starting quarterback in this league. We had a couple of other guys who got opportunities this year who played like they have a chance at times to be starting quarterbacks, but they did play like backups overall. C.J. Beathard played like he had ability to be starting quarterback 2 nights ago. He also did that in 2017 in a few games that we had with him. I remember him playing like that versus San Diego. But, Jimmy, there's a reason his record is what it is, and that's why we paid for him to be our starting quarterback. To think that's ridiculous with where his contract is, this isn't like the first year. That's how much quarterbacks cost in the league, and he's right there. I don't know the number, but I think it's somewhere between like 13th and 19th, so that's nothing too big. That's how much they cost. Now you look into every avenue. You see if there's something out there that can get you a ton better. It's the same answer for every position. But look at Jimmy. Look what he's done. Look at where he's at with us financially, and we better have a very good answer if you're going to find something better than that. because Jimmy's shown in 1 year that he's a guy who can take us to the Super Bowl, and I also think Jimmy's going to get a lot better the more he plays, unquote. Next question. I don't want to disappoint you by asking a non-Garoppolo question, but just if he is coming back next year, his injury history, these are all concerns that you've had. It goes on, the question goes on. I mean, dating to with New England, he's had 3 significant injuries and a career that's had 32 starts. Will that be a factor in making any decision, or will it be something you have to say? We have to significantly upgrade at backup quarterback because 2018 and 2020 have been somewhat lost season because he hasn't been available. And Shanahan answers, well, yeah, I can think of how you asked that question. If you want to upgrade a backup quarterback, I think we've got 2 really good backup quarterbacks. Do you want to go get a starter as a backup quarterback? Then you've just got to decide if you want to spend the majority of your salary cap on your first and your second string quarterbacks. And see that right there says, is Shanahan thinking get rid of Jimmy and then bring in this other guy? This is what I've been thinking all the whole time. The 49ers don't want to be standing there with nothing but their Johnson in their hand and have to go ahead and deal with the guy they're not sure what he's going to deliver. He goes on to say this, so that's something that most teams do have an issue with, the second team quarterback, unless they've drafted a guy. There's the key words right there. Unless they've drafted a guy and then had their starter from the year before. That's pretty much the route I assume they're going to take myself. That's just my opinion. Someone like Alex Smith and what they had with Patrick Mahomes. So it's a very common thing. You just hope you don't lose your guy for a whole year. We had that in our first year playing with Jimmy, which was a torn ACL, and then these 2 high ankle sprains that have come. It was unfortunate. But to sit there and just say now you're going to go out and pay for a lot of money for it to have a backup quarterback who plays like a starter isn't the best answer for your team. But that's why you take all that into account. Dak Prescott, Matt Stafford, Matty Ice. I don't make you feel bad. I'm just letting you know. Logic rides along this rail. That's Jimmy's body of work. We know he's played well. Yes, we have to be able to improve our team and stuff if he does get hurt. Also, what will help that if you ever have a backup going into play a whole year, we'll be trying to keep the rest of your roster healthy. It was going to be a tough year for Jimmy, too, if he'd stayed there. Yes, we would have had a better chance because of how good Jimmy is, but it was tough on anybody who was going to get put in that position. Amen to that. So you're not going to sit and overreact just because of our backup quarterbacks that have played all year in some tough situations. But you're going to look at who we can get next year. I like both of our guys. I know one's restricted and one's a free agent. We'll see how that goes, but I know I'd be happy to have them back here and feel fortunate to have them back here, and we'll see what happens with our other choices too. Unquote. Stop crying. It's going to be okay. Okay? George Kittle, by the way, is pumped with Shanahan's decision, and he went public with his feelings like he always does. GK told KNBR via NBCSportsBayArea.com, at the end of the day, I play tight end here, and I just work here. But I think that I do have a little bit of a voice, and I've said multiple times that I just love playing football with Jimmy G. Our team is different when he's out there, and that's why it's fun to play football with him, because I think we have big-time changes to our huddles when we're both on the football field. Unquote. Fam, that is an attitude that most likely is a unanimous sentiment in that locker room. You saw the guys going last year, they were going to bat for Jimmy G right and left. They're walking around like looking for somebody to say something about Jimmy G. He's loved in that locker room on both offense and defense. That's just the way it is. Shanahan knows this too, and it is something that most likely adds weight to any decisions made in Santa Clara. In fact, Shanahan was saying during the course of the election, George Kittle's out down the field practicing. The whole field just seems to light up. And the same when Jimmy's out there as well. See, these are things you have to look at the chemistry of your team. You have to look at the feel. There's just many things that come into play when making decisions about getting rid of people or keeping people. One other thing, though, I got to tell you, and you probably may have noticed this too, Shanahan is definitely a guy that marches to the beat of his own drum. Now, we've seen this time and time and again. When he does something we think is really stupid during the course of a game, he gets in a media conference, and the media people feel the same way. They'll ask him that question. Shanahan will stand up indignantly and say, "You damn Skippy, I did it. And I'd do it again." See, this is the thing about Shanahan. My guess is that he trusts his dad's opinions over anybody else not named John Lynch. And his wife, of course. But I mean, Shanahan is a guy that also, like most coaches, can't stand the thought of failing. And maybe that mindset could override and take priority over the team's best interest, to be honest. Jimmy G is his project. And I do believe he's going to do everything he can to get JG to his highest potential, because it would reflect poorly on his initial judgment if he doesn't. Now, he's already probably aching about CJ, and that's why I think CJ stayed with us this entire time. So to ask him to boot Jimmy to the curb is probably asking a lot. Unless John Lynch or maybe Jed York or somebody else can talk him out of it, but I kind of think Shanahan is that way. I could be wrong. I'm not sure exactly how this is all going to play out. But tonight, and again, was Shanahan running a narrative to prompt a bigger potential return on a trade? This is a game that all NFL people do all the time. Was he being sincere? Or is Shanahan veiling an agenda that we don't even yet know about? You make that call. I see, it's at Road Ashley Music. Road Ashley, what's up, man? He said, "Hey, Ronbo, Jimmy G is not the guy, brother. Let's just stop. Make your own choice, bro. Thanks for the contribution, but I'm sticking with Jimmy. I like him. I like the chemistry potential. They need to build upon that Super Bowl year. They're a great team. I want to build on that year. That's just me. But Shanahan Shanahan just has to say what was politically correct. Jimmy's gone, man. He has us on the books for $24 million plus against the salary cap. Not worth it." All right. Again, these are opinions we're going to collect tonight, and we'll see what happens later on. Rebel D says, am I missing something? Did Jimmy help us get to the Super Bowl last year? Why are our own fans hating? We're torn. We do this on just about every quarterback we get. I think this is a tradition. It goes all the way back to, I think, Montana versus Young. This is like, a lot of people feel one way, and then the other percentage of people don't. I'm in a Jimmy G camp. I want him. As I said, I want to see this team. They've been together one strong year, and they did great things. My question is, if Jimmy can stay, it's just a big if, though, because he does get hurt. If he stays on the field and they build on those blocks that they built in 2019, in 2021, will we see a hike to the next level? I kind of think so. I kind of think we would have saw that last year, provided they didn't get all them gosh dang injuries. It takes time to build a champion. That's just the bottom line. Ray Jr. said, "What's up? We back and once again. Let's go Niners." Vader says, "Ronbo, it's time. It's time. It's 49ers time." DJ Malone says, "Kyle needs to start developing quarterbacks properly." I can go with that too. Why is he so against hybrid QBs? Rebel D. Okay, well, let me. He said, hybrid QBs. Mike won Super Bowls with Steve Young and John Elway, and they were hybrids. You and Grant Cohn need to debate ASAP. Grant. It's funny because Grant is a lot like the negativity versus me, which is usually optimistic and positive. So it probably could be a fun conversation. I've been talking to him for a long time. We should do that. K1967 says, "Bang, bang, Niners gang, faithful to the end. Bleed red and gold till I'm dead and cold. Let's go, Niners." 49ers, San Carlos. What's up? Hey, what's up, San Carlos? Horacio Flores. Ronbo, they said Buckner was going to be here for a long time, and look what happened. Good point. Very good point. Of course, Buckner was negotiating a new contract, and he just went over there the amount of money they wanted to pay. Slick68, what's up? Let's see how many of these Jimmy G haters all of a sudden love him starting next year. If he stays healthy, I guarantee you results. I see it. Trey from VA. Hey, let's be real. We always gonna be real, Trey. Was he supposed to say no? Jimmy G can't even make it through 16 games twice. Nice. Sean Buller says, "Ron, be honest. If we bring Fitzmagic, oh my God, oh, and Jimmy G, Fitzmagic beats him in training camp. Not a chance. And I do believe Jimmy G is grossly underrated. You can't do what he did by being a bad quarterback. That's just my thinking. Had he not had all those drops that he had last year, Jimmy G would have been well over 4,000 yards, and nobody really seen. Well, a lot of people don't even acknowledge. I did. I'm going to keep it honest. I saw what he did. I saw when he failed. He made a lot of mistakes. But then my question is, I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback that didn't make any mistakes out there at least part of the time. You know, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Oh, and Road Ashley Music says, Niners need to give up on some draft picks and give the Texans a call for Deshaun Watson. Thanks for the contribution. I don't know. Is it realistic to think that the Texans are just going to let go of Deshaun Watson? Quarterbacks are hard to come by. You know, but at 15, that's what we currently are. You're not going to get the top tier quarterbacks. So it's unless you're going to get them next year, first round. I don't know. Oh, Ninerbot. Ninerbot says, bye, Jittery G. You can blow a Super Bowl for another team. Steve Young was right. You ain't worth a dime. Ain't starting quarterback can do what he does and better. There you go. There's no patience for the G. He either makes that, if he makes that strike, then he's everybody's favorite. You make a mistake after your first year in the playoffs, and you suck. Okay. Okay. Hey, Dion!
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
D, the QB wars are underway as they were last year. Everybody wanted Tom Brady. Get that bum Jimmy G out of here. Give us a Hall of Fame, Tom Brady. And Tom Brady's going to the playoffs this year. Can't argue that. But then again, Tom Brady's got the traveling all-stars going with him as well. Jimmy G, that's another story. But D, enough of me. Give me some.
Well, I mean, if we got to be honest with each other, we already know how this is going to work out.
Yeah.
Jimmy will be here next year. We all know that. Everybody who's thinking otherwise most likely is extremely delusional. The only way that you know that Jimmy doesn't make it is basically if they are unable to trade and or cut him before that cap number hits.
April.
Because that's the key. Basically the draft is going to be after April. It's going to be toward the end of April, which is how it always is. So if you think about it.
Free agents first. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So if you think about it, what are you going to do? You're going to try to get rid of them in free agency if you really are trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But
and then you have to plan where you're going to draft if you get that superstar quarterback, or you got to bring back CJ to be your starter. And you draft
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like because unless there's somebody, because I'll tell you right now, I don't see a Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson type dude in this draft right now. Those guys are not existing at this very moment. Is there going to be some superstar QB out of the draft? Yeah, of course. I mean, look, nobody thought Justin Herbert was going to be better than Joe Burrow. Herbert's out there shining.
Ain't he?
Though the team is losing, he still looks like a really good quarterback.
D, what round did he come in? Herbert. What round did they pick him up
Herbert? I think he was first round. Yeah,
was he first round pick? Okay.
I think he was a first round
pick. Yeah, because the Chargers got rid of.
Yeah,
they had to get a first round pick. That's true.
Yeah, because basically I think they were picking in like the top 10 too. So, yeah. I mean, we all know that Jimmy is going to be here. So everybody out there that's looking to get rid of him and, we're mad because he lost the Super Bowl. Like, look, as long as Jimmy don't pull as long as he doesn't pull a Jim Kelly and lose 4 straight for me, I'm all right with the guy.
Kelly did get 4 chances, didn't he?
Kelly had 4 straight years of a Super Bowl and never won one. Like, you feel bad for the dude because Jim Kelly is actually a really good guy. Like, he's a good human being from what I hear. And then at the same time, he had a fight with cancer and everything, man. And, it's like, but at the end of the day, you just kind of look at it like, I think that was who? Him, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, those three dudes, 4 Super Bowls straight and couldn't win not one. That's just, man. But as far as, how things are going to shape up, what the other guy in the comments said was correct. Like, you can't expect him to be like, yeah, Jimmy sucks. He can't stay healthy. We're going to get rid of him. Like, you have to, like, cater to that. Like, if you have a coach that does that, that's just a bold dude.
Yeah.
That's just a cold-hearted cat that just doesn't care. But we all know how this
and it's
works.
risky, too. You send the wrong message to the rest of your players.
Yeah, because you destroyed morale in the locker room. It's like, yo, if we can't even keep shit in the house, like, what are we gonna do with with this guy here just getting to the media and just blabbering off? Like, you can't. We all know that there's things that they are and aren't going to say, but at the end of the day, Jimmy will most likely wind up remaining the starter for next year. And I think if they feel that it's time to move on from him, then they'll move on from him, in that next year. But the thing is, I'll tell you this: if he gets injured again and he starts missing more and more games, they're gonna that right there has to set Kyle off. It's like, all right, look, I see your record when you're healthy, but basically at this point you're pulling a D Ford on me. You're good when you're in, but when you're out, you ain't worth a dime, and you're out too much for me to be paying you this kind of bread. You got to go.
Let me ask you a question on that, though. Let me ask a question on that, because here's the thing. The 49ers, I do believe they're going to draft a quarterback. Is it going to be in the first or second round? And I think between the first and third round.
It's going to be second round. Yeah. It'll be second or third, because the thing is that first round they're probably going to try to find another edge rusher. I will stick to this. I will not waver from this. As your backing for Jimmy G has not wavered all season, bring Alden home.
Yeah.
I don't know why they should be on the phone right now. At the minute Alden Smith is able, you need to get to his agent and tell him, look, we need to go and bring him home. Don't worry about all this. We got AA meetings. We got the psychology help. We got everything he needs. Bring his ass home. You guys
and a love and rock locker room. I think they can do. Ain't nobody go steal his girlfriend. There's not going to be any.
You got to think about it.
Yeah.
He's cheap. He still got it, as you can see.
Yeah.
That man ain't. He may have lost a little bit of it, but he ain't lost enough to be called worthless. He's still got, I think, about 5-6 sacks this year, and he's doing it in a limited role.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, just think about it, man. The man had 30 some odd sacks his first couple of years, which was better. They touted the man the next Lawrence Taylor. Mm-hmm. Like, you do that, you get smart. If you bring Alden home, and then at the same time, say Saleh leaves and we have to get ourselves a DC. If Fangio gets fired, bring him home too. Ooh. I love a 3-4.
Ooh.
What Alden did in that 3-4.
We got, though. Will Nick flourish in a 3-4?
He'll flourish in a 3-4. You could put Javon in nose tackle. Look at the 3-4. Okay, all we have to do is find some outside linebackers, because we have our two middle. Yeah. We have Fred and we have Dre. But if we find 2 outside linebackers that can rush the passer properly, you think about it. Alden Smith, Javon Kinlaw, and Nick Bosa, you mean to tell me you can't create no pressure with that?
I believe we can.
That's you should be able to create more than enough pressure with that. You just have to, what you'll do is, if you find that to be your lane, what you do is you automatically come in and say, hey, we bring Alden home, boom. There's our front line. You still have enough guys to be able to rotate. You can still throw a Ronald Blair in, and have him mix in back and forth. But the thing is, you go and you find that outside linebacker, edge rusher that is in college. He's a defensive end, but in the NFL, he's actually a linebacker because of his size. Because most defensive ends are playing like 250, 260 maybe.
Able to drop back in coverage and everything else.
Yeah, exactly. And you find those linebackers, and you do that. And then you think about it, you build another 3-4, you bring Fangio back. Oh, my God. And then you got Tarvarius Moore back there. You still got Jimmy Ward for a couple more years. It makes sense. And the thing, you just got to bring back Verrett. because you need him. At the end of the day, we don't have any DBs. And if we already know Sherm's gone, you saw his tweet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's
blessed. And, yeah. D, before we get out of here, now Wade Phillips is looking for a job. Now, I don't know.
I like Wade Phillips. I do. I like Wade Phillips as a defensive coordinator. I do, because he did a damn good job with the Rams. He did. Because he didn't do too bad of a job.
Not really. They were tough. And Dan Quinn, the more I think about Dan Quinn, why is it that the Falcons' defense was pretty much so-so during the whole time he was there?
That's why I don't want him.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to bring in somebody who had a crap defense. Look at what happened in Dallas with Mike Nolan. What's Mike Nolan doing? Not a damn thing. What's the defense doing? Not a damn thing. Ain't no point to do that. No. Don't bring in the losers. Yeah. Let's just stick to what we know and be smart about it. But thank you for the platform, Ronbo. Appreciate what you do, brother. Nothing but love to you, man.
Thanks, fam.
And everybody out there in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Continue to support this guy, man. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you're in here from another team and you're hating, just you already know when the show come on. Obviously, you didn't hit the like and subscribe button because your team sucks. You don't have 5 Super Bowls. You have no storied franchise. And you don't have players who you can name like the greatest receiver of all time, Jerry Rice, and one of the best quarterbacks of all time, Joe Montana. Because if you're a Patriots fan and you're in here, just remember, Joe went to 4, and he won all 4. Tom went to 9, and he only won 6. So you look at Joe as Michael Jordan, and you look at Tom Brady as LeBron. You get there, but sometimes you just can't finish.
Click him up. You see D on the chat. Click him up. And also, check out the Shank Club. That's D on Twitter. D, always appreciate you, fam. I'll see you at the weekend when we say Happy New Year's and who's going to win the game.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yes, sir. All right, brother.
All right, fam. Bye. Have a great night. Oh, God, always love the insights from D. Mark Lamar out in AZ says, what did Kyle say about Hoyer before trading him? Mark, you keep them fingers crossed. Boy, the Jimmy G. I tell you what, y'all. Here's the thing. Jimmy doesn't get any credit for the 13-3 record. I'm arguing with a guy on Twitter that says Jimmy ain't had a damn thing to do with any of them wins. I'm just saying, give the boy some credit. You know, people just hate on him, and that was the best record we've had since, what, 2012? Yeah, this is why I can't hate him. I'm sorry. I just can't hate on him. Vader!
What's up, Ronbo?
Vader! You got a little sound system going on here, man. Vader, man, it's good to hear from you.
Hey. Yeah, same here, man. How you doing?
Doing awesome, man. You know, we're about to get through this year of misery, and they got answers for COVID. It's going to take a while for them to get them under control, but at least some predictions say life could return to normal by next fall, right around time when football season rolls in.
That's what I'm praying for, brother. Hopefully
everybody
we get beyond this situation right now. It's ugly out there. Terrible. And, you know, we stick to football big time because that's pretty much the entertainment we have right now to watch, man.
Only thing that makes you feel good, right?
Exactly. But, man, yeah, I wanted to call in because 2 things. First thing is I want to talk about is Mr. Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
He is not going anywhere. I don't think he should go anywhere because he promised us that he had unfinished business.
He did, didn't he?
Did he or did he not? And then you want to go to Detroit? You're not gonna fix Detroit.
Last year was Cleveland, but you're right. He
Detroit, so everybody's signing in letters to try to get him to Detroit. I said, look, Detroit fans, you are cursed and you will always be cursed. You're not going to win anything. What you did to Barry Sanders and what you did to Megatron, you are cursed for the rest of your life. I don't know how you're going to, doesn't matter if you get a top coach in there or anything, it's not going to fix the situation. That organization needs to be revamped from the bottom up. The team needs to be sold to somebody else and you need to move on, man. Because Barry wanted to leave. You didn't let him leave. You didn't give him the pieces so he can get a Super Bowl. He wanted to go to the Cowboys when they won their 3. And what did he do? He ended up retiring. Called it quits. Megatron, same situation. He ends up retiring.
Yeah, because he'd rather do that than come back to Detroit, who owns the rights on him. That's serious. Ooh, that is serious. He wasn't done playing.
Robert, you're done with that. Somebody calls you, just hang up the phone. Okay, you got unfinished business here. You need to stay here. Let's give it one more year. Let's get that ring, and let's move forward on the defense. You already got rid of D-Buck. You know, he came out publicly. He stated he wanted to renegotiate. He said he would have took any offer that the Niners had that was in a decent ballpark. You should have paid the man. You should have got rid of D4 and anybody else that claims they got an injury and opened up that salary cap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you guys chose not to, and I'm not understanding what's going on. I don't know, maybe Pryor's got an issue with that or what's happening with there, but this is not the Niner way, man. As soon as that D4 deal went, I just felt something bad go. I felt a movement in the force. I didn't think we were going to do good this year because we're not sticking to what we know, man. We got to go. I mean, we're the Niners. We got a gold standard. You've got guys out there coming out of the draft, you unrestricted draft picks, unrestricted free agents that say, I want to be a Niner. And we're having trouble finding people? Are you kidding me? I go, there's something wrong with that front office, Ronbo. I don't know what's happening there. But there's plenty of players. I see Roger's face all the time. You know, Roger wants to be a Niner.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, Vader. Right. The salary cap got reduced. If it wasn't for that, life would be much easier. And that salary cap got reduced. I hope they're kidding. That's an incredible slash. There's no money to be buying any free agents. That's the problem, especially on the quarterback money.
Well, let's take Kansas City for an instance. I mean, Mahomes
I don't know how they're doing it.
His last year. What are they going to do next year? If that's true. Kansas City. Mahomes playing with his last year of his money this year. And so is Kelsey. They renegotiated their contract, but they're not getting any money of that pertain money until
it kicks in next season. I know. I can't wait for that. You know, they're gonna have to play with a skeleton crew. Mahomes is making money like nobody in history has made as a football player. So we're gonna see what happens with that.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, it's again, Robert needs to stick to his guns. He needs to finish what he started. And hopefully he stays because, you know, I'm like you, Ronbo. It's like everything looked good the year prior. You know, we had a lot of injuries, but we were so deep in our third stringers. I mean, they found a lot of gems out there, man. And I know that the squad that we have now, we can find more gems to replace players. You know, I'm still upset about the whole D-Buck, but I got to move on. We got Kinlaw now. He's on our team. I got to support him 1,000%. And we've just got to get a couple more pieces and keep players on the field. Yeah. Now, on the other side of the ball with Jimmy G, I'm mixed on that. You know what I mean? He's just injured so much. People are. And the thing is, it just looks like he doesn't, I don't know. It just feels like he doesn't have the passion or anything. Like Mullins has the passion, but he's just, you know, he just makes poor decisions. He stuttered there in the pocket. And then again, I seen CJ coming out this time. He looked pretty good, but most, you know, 15% of his stuff that when he got in trouble, I seen a lot of rollout. And I just noticed on Kyle's face, no, you stay in the pocket, you step into it, and you fire the ball. No, our offensive line sucks. We gotta roll out, man. How do you think Rusty survives the season, man?
Yeah, Vader. It's like this is why I'm saying what Kyle Shanahan wants is what he had in Atlanta. Guys that are polished receivers that can get open in 2.5 seconds, get separation, let your quarterback throw the target. This is why I keep saying people, we need a mobile quarterback. Kyle doesn't want a mobile quarterback. He wants a guy who's accurate, can see the field, and put that ball in the spot. This is why Debo, Ayuk, and Kendrick Bourne, to a large degree, these are the guys going to make the team probably due to their route running. This is why Shanahan always emphasizes route running. He doesn't have time for that quarterback to be running around. Put that ball where it's supposed to be and shake up the defense and make them look totally useless and futile. Because if everything's quick like Kyle Shanahan wants, things go smoothly. This is why when you see guys running wide open by themselves, at some point it renders the defense almost helpless because no matter what they do, they're getting that ball out quick. They're getting it to the receivers. The receivers are making plays, and they're moving downfield. None of this mumbo-jumbo, lots of extra stuff going on. It's pop, 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 pop. You can actually hear a beat if you watch Shanahan's offense when it's running correctly. Boom, 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 everything. Snap, 2, 3, boom, bam, got rid of that ball. The defense is rendered helpless trying to even bring the quarterback down if that happens. This is why I was explaining a while back. When you see Jimmy G eating the ball, he already notices his wide receiver is screwed up. Then people say, well, how come he missed George Kittle? That George Kittle may have been in a situation where not was he the prime target to begin with. There's a lot of practice that goes on during the course of the week where things are set up to do a certain way. It takes time. You can't be perfect right away. Right, it's going to take these guys time, especially because they're young players. And this is what I've been trying to. But nobody sees that. They believe getting rid of the quarterback is going to remedy everything.
No, I don't.
I got news. It ain't.
I mean, to bring somebody back into that system again and train them all over again. I mean, at this point in time, if you're going to get rid of Jimmy G, I'd rather go with CJ.
Yeah, because he knows more than the next guy that's coming in.
Because he knows more than the next guy. But going back to your point, you're absolutely correct. But the thing is, I don't see Jimmy, or I don't even see Mullins looking at their second read. You see 1, 2. If they're not there, throw the ball away. You know, they're trying. If you want to extend the play, you got to run back out, man. You got to get out of that pocket because our offensive line sucks. I hope this year we beef up that offensive line. We got to focus on that offensive line this year.
You actually need a center. The 49ers are going with a makeshift center. And Shanahan's system, the center is so important. Oh, he's so important. People don't understand why Alex Mack in Atlanta was the ultimate Shanahan center. That's why they were like, boom, 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 boom. He could diagnose what the defense was doing. He gets back to Matty Ice. Matty Ice now knows where to look. Look off this dude. Look off this dude. Come right down the middle. Boom. It's a science almost to watch Shanahan's offense work. Joseph, that idiot Joseph Smiley, you don't know nothing about football, man. Don't even try to play me. But that's the thing, you know what happens out there, which is a lot of mess right now. On occasion, it is a serious mess, Vader. It is nasty what they do.
Hopefully we get, I like the kid from Buffalo. His contract, that nose tackle's coming up. They're going to re-sign him, of course. But hopefully we can go out there and then stick out an olive branch and see if we can bring him over. But we need a nose tackle. We need a right guard. McGlinchey, I don't know if he's been hurt this year. I haven't heard anything. But he doesn't look right. He just doesn't he's missing plays. He I don't know. Maybe it's a lack of practice. Maybe.
Yeah, I get it. You never know.
But the thing is, you see all these other quads. They're getting their stuff together. So hopefully we can, bro. Hopefully we can.
We got to go though, fam. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna be back at the end of the week. So good to hear from you again because we ain't here for a long time, man.
I know, brother. I mean, it's been a long time. I mean, I'm sitting here just licking my wounds, brother. That's pretty much it.
We all are.
Hopefully we have a better season, and hopefully our third stringers will whip the crap out of Seattle coming up, man.
I don't think either team's gonna. We got two guys out. We're losing our right tackle. I mean, our starting left tackle. Ayuk ain't gonna play, but we'll see. All right, fam.
We'll see.
All right, Ronbo. You're gonna be on tomorrow, right?
I know. I'm gonna be coming in the weekend before the game.
Before the game, fantastic. Well, I'll hear from you then, brother.
Looking forward.
Let it go on Ready Go. The radio, Ronbo Sports. Hit that like, gentlemen. Hit that like, and you guys have an excellent evening.
Thanks, Vader. Appreciate you, fam. Happy New Year in the meantime.
You too, brother. You too, brother. Take it easy.
Thanks. And there's Niner Bob with more Jimmy G criticisms, as he calls him jittery isn't hungry. Oh, Jimmy Kid doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to win. He doesn't care about the Super Bowl. No, of course not. He hates football. He hates winning. He hates his team. He already experienced Super Bowl wins from Brady's shadow, even when he throws an INT. He loves it. Not you are seriously a Jimmy G fan. I can see that right now. Hey, Shay, come on in, man.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Oh, Shay, awesome, man. It's almost 2021. I need 2020 to quickly dissolve. As soon as January 1st comes, please melt away. Stop. But Shay, come on in, man. What do you got on your mind now?
Ronbo, just hoping for a healthy future, man. And shout out to my brother, my twin brother who called in.
That was shocking.
You
never told us you had a. Yeah. You never told us you had a twin.
Yeah. Yeah, I have an identical twin brother, man. 8 minutes apart. We are diehard 49er fans just because our dad was. And I've always been trying to get him to call in, but he's always like stage fright. He's always shy. But he finally was able to overcome it and called in, man. And
he got over
what's his opinion? So hopefully he'll be a regular caller. But now, Ronbo, I mean, yeah, man. I mean, listen, anybody who wants a QB, I want a QB. I still don't think Jimmy G is the future. But as we're looking right now, we won too many games, man. You're not going to be able to – you're going to have to give up the capital to move up from 14, I think where we're ranked right now, to 2. And I think the highest I think they said we can go if we lose on Sunday and everything aligns with the teams that are winning so we can jump in front of them is I think 11 or 9, 11. Yeah, 11 or 10. So, again, from 10 to 2, I mean, you're going to have to give up the farm almost as if you're going to, like, try to trade for Deshaun Watson, man. So, and for a guy that we potentially can see as our guy, whether it be Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, whoever, well, it wouldn't even be Trey Lance because Trey Lance would need some time to sit. He would definitely need some time to sit.
All of them would. All of them would.
Yeah.
None of those guys are going to come in there and run Kyle Shanahan's offense from day one.
Zach Wilson will be the best thrower immediately, but Trey Lance he just doesn't have many reps, man. I think he's the only quarterback that I think might enter the first round with less than like 340-something reps. Like a crazy stat where everybody has over like 1,500 throwing attempts. He only has like 343. So, like I said, like he's going to need that repetition, but I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. Like, the only way that the 49ers get a quarterback is if they trade, like, a second or third pick and get, with the compensatory we get from Saleh leaving. Saleh's leaving, man. Anybody who doesn't think so, I mean, the man's one of the top candidates, him and the offensive coordinator for the Bills. They're the two best, man. And Saleh proved he has the if he has the right personnel out there, he is a magician and a full-on chess player, man. I mean, the guy's a wizard on calling his plays, and he suffocated Kyler Murray, and he showed that he can make adjustments from the first time they met to the last time, to just this past game. So he's gone. Ronbo, I mean, like I said, it's going to be an interesting scenario. I'm actually thinking that the 49ers might end up making everybody mad and drafting another edge player just because D Ford's gone after this. And
I ain't going to be mad. I'm tired of
Bosa's going to come off an ACL.
Yeah.
Bosa's coming off an ACL. And I'm telling y'all, if Bosa doesn't even replicate half of what he did his rookie season, it's going to be another pressure problem because he was really solely doing everything by himself last year, obviously with Defoe and Armstead stepping up, but Armstead got to shine because of because of Bosa. And we got to see that firsthand. With no superior talent like Bosa this year, Armstead is a shell of himself from last season, and that is a fact. Bosa literally gives the pressure on any team.
Shay, keep in mind, though, just to be fair, where were they playing him? He wasn't playing on the inside very often. He was playing on the inside on occasion, but they try to use him for his talent and put him in a place where he's not going to.
No, absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, I think
back on the inside.
I think that, but what they had with losing Bosa, they just don't have enough depth. I mean, Ronald Blair never came back. Julian Taylor was supposed to come back. He never came back. So, like I said, they threw out.
He got double teamed a lot.
Out there.
No one-on-one situations like it was before.
But it just goes to show how much pressure Bosa takes off Armstead and all to let these other guys shine. Yeah. And if Bosa, and like I said, and to be honest, if I'm any 49er, I want Bosa on the snap count next year because it takes 2 full years to fully rebuild an ACL and have the full strength back. So, I mean, I would honestly wouldn't mind drafting another edge to go alongside to complement him to when he can't be his full self. So, but other than that, Ronbo, I mean,
you got
like I said,
Hyder.
it's the off season. We're gonna see what happens. We got Kerry Hyder. I don't know how much he's gonna want though, man. Because he got like almost 8.5 sacks now. So it's gonna be interesting to see where we're gonna rate the market. I know the other guy earlier was trying to talk about Alden, but Alden ain't never got really paid in his entire career. So I'm thinking he's gonna look for a big fifth contract coming up next.
Yeah, but he better not. You know what I'm saying? He better not, because his history says he should take whatever he can get and show the NFL that he can behave for more than one half a season or one season.
Yeah. Well, Ronbo, I was already on this. Like I said, you got a lot of guys like Gregory Floyd from the Bears who went to the Rams who has 9 sacks this season. You got Emmanuel Ogbah who got traded from the Browns to the Dolphins who has 9 sacks too. Like you got all these guys sitting on these 1-year deals that have been proven. And if we could find a guy like we did, we found Hyder. Hyder is one of the guys that we showed on a vet minimum, and he's producing for us. So I think if I don't know who's going to be doing the scouting, but if Scott Kruskeric finds a guy that he feels like, hey, he can give us some good reps while Bosa's trying to come into form again, go ahead and sign up to another vet minimum. I'm more than believe that Scott could get the best out of all the D linemen. I mean, he's doing it right now with Hyder. Ronbo.
They're going to monitor.
It's going to be interesting.
They're going to monitor.
Yeah,
both his
something to monitor.
And then they'll probably decide whether they're going to go for edge rush or not. I think they're going to go for an edge rusher anyway, just because of D Ford.
Too, like, honestly, I mean, you can blame Jay York for this. We went through a cheaper route because remember we used to be with Stanford Medical, and then he ended up going to like a different third party chiropractic clinic or whatever somewhere around the Bay Area, and it changed the entire staff too. And I just feel like, whatever their regime is, the conditioning staff and the strengthening staff is just not up to par, man. And it was because I feel like York was trying to cut corners, and he took away, the Stanford Medical.
Shay, that group they got in there now, that's an expensive group. That sports science group?
The sports science group? Yeah, but the sports science is all there, Rob. But if we still tear ACLs and all our players get hurt, what good is it?
It's the high ankle sprain.
We're supposed to have Bono Blitz.
Yeah, it's a high ankle sprain that I don't understand. You know what? It's a high ankle sprain. One thing we didn't have a lot of, though, was hammies. Only Debo, I think, which is interesting.
Yeah. Well, no, but the ACL treatment, when they're projected to come back the next following year, McKinnon had a setback. Blair had a setback. Julian Taylor had a setback. We even cut Julian Taylor because he wasn't going to come back from his ACL properly. And we were like, nah, there's too much on the cap, but we'll just cut costs and we'll save cap. So, there's just been a lot of players that have had setbacks. The only person I don't think that had a setback is Jimmy G. But Jimmy, right, is not running around like a lot of these guys are moving.
So that's inaccurate. That's inaccurate. Jimmy G, first of all, he had the most. Yeah. The first high ankle sprain was severe in game 2. He came back against, was it the Rams? Or which game? Oh, no, the next game against the Seahawks.
I'm talking about ACL, Robo. Not a high ankle sprain. I'm just talking about strictly ACLs. ACL setbacks. We've had, I think, 3 or 4 of them in the last 2 years.
No, Jimmy didn't have one.
Yeah, I'm talking strictly ACL. Yeah, he didn't have one. So, but it's just tough to see. But, yeah, Rumble, on topic, though, K1, listen, I love Barrett, but K1 by far is the best cornerback we have to bring back, simply due to the fact that he's 4 years younger. He's only 26. So he's entering his prime right now, and he's one of the best slots, man. And I've never seen – listen, Rumble, I know Sherman comes in and tackles. I know a lot of these guys, but I've never seen a guy just violently comes in like K1 does, almost like wants to be a safety almost. Maybe he might play safety when he gets older, but he comes in with a reckless abandon and tries to hit people in the run game. And I love that. And I feel like you have to bring K1 and Barrett back.
Yeah,
but my priority is definitely K1 because he's younger and he's in his prime.
Yeah,
he's 26. Mambo, Trent, and K1. We on the same page, brother. We on the same page.
I got Trent Williams number 1, K1 number 2, and number 3 would have to be Barrett. We'll see Barrett. I think Robert Sala's gonna. I really think Sala's gonna try to rob us.
Try to talk him to come with him
because he can outbid us in Detroit. Maybe.
Yeah. I hope that too. I hope we keep D'Amico because D'Amico's been learning from Sala since I think 17 or 18. And I feel like D'Amico Ryan's been picking his odds. I hope and pray Sala doesn't take D'Amico with him, but he might. He might be like, you could be my defensive coordinator. I'm going to give you a shot, and I'm going to be the head coach wherever I go. So we'll see. It is interesting. But, Ronbo, before I go, just shout out to my TC brothers, Will Drake, Big Show, Drake Ferris from Saul, my God. Shout out to my brother O'Neal. Love you, bro. Ronbo, you're the best in the business, man. And I thank you. Hopefully, Trey wasn't too cute and cuddly this time because I know you be talking about that. But
he hates that, don't he?
We know it's he hates the cute and cuddly, man. It ain't Monday Night Raw, though. It's Tuesday. So,
that's right.
We might get a little cute here with my 49er fans. But shout out to the faithful, man. This team has shown resiliency again, even after being the most injured IR team. So, I'm excited to see where we go, man. The Super Bowl window is definitely open, Rumbo. Yeah. And you have a good night, brother.
You too, fam. And Happy New Year in case I don't see you. But we'll be back before New Year's Day when I think about it. Yeah, but that's before game. All right, fam.
Right,
night.
God bless, brother. Thank you.
Hey, back at you, fam. Night. And this just in says these realists are punching air right now. Told y'all ain't no way we drafted a quarterback in the first round. Y'all mad, bro. It's the thing is, we don't. The 49ers need every one of their draft picks. If you're going to trade up to get a quarterback, but I think the 49ers, they always have their eye on somebody that nobody knows about. A lot of people say they knew about Ayuk last year. I didn't even know what an Ayuk was. And all of a sudden, they drafted him. Who's this? And now I see him play. Who is this indeed? This boy can play some ball. So, let's see what happens. And there he is, JJ says, Jimmy remains in charge. Damn bleeping right, show. And a big show is. Show, don't let me bring up the edge rusher you said we were going to get the same year that Nick was drafted. Where is that dude? Nick King, thanks, fam. Hey, he said, how much you think Fred's making next year? Oh, man, I still know. They're going to wait till year after next, so Fred's got another year on his contract. Too bad they didn't get Fred in the first, in the first, because Fred's a first-round pick, and we could have a fifth-year option to pick up. My God, he's going to be expensive. That's the best in the game. Shut up, Hawks fans. Bobby Wagner is not Fred Warner. He's good, but he ain't Fred. Emilio.
What's happening?
Emilio, man, we sitting back here looking at an ass-whoop season, and Kyle went out and pissed damn near millions of people off. Talk about, yep, I'm bringing Jimmy back. Next year he's my starter. And, a lot of people don't want to believe it. And I'm wondering, is Kyle lying myself? Is he pumping Jimmy up so when anybody calls in, and you guys want to get rid of Jimmy, I'll give you this, this, and this. Although I can't imagine that because Jimmy's salary is too high right now in a crunched economy, right? So, what are you thinking, though, about all this stuff?
But for one, I've told you before, I like Jimmy. I don't,
me too. I don't understand why people hate him.
He may not be the all-star, all-pro quarterback, but
they rally around him.
But
he gets.
Well, that's what I was gonna
yeah.
say. The team likes him. The other players like him. Kittle likes him. Raheem likes him. They all like him. I mean, it also has to be more than just with like. You can't just like a player because likes ain't gonna get you nowhere. So
we got him 13 wins last year.
No, he did, but and a lot of people I still talk to, and a lot of my buddies I talk to, they all say the same thing. Yes, you got us one good season, but out of four. Well, is it 4 seasons or 3 seasons?
No, he came 2017. Yeah, 2017, 18, 19, 20. This is 4 years. Okay. And we got 2 years. We got a year and a little bit.
And this is my argument. Okay. So now you're saying we should get rid of Shanahan? I'm like, Shanahan's been there 5 years and only had one good year. So
talk about that. Talk about that. Because that's what I keep telling people. Listen, if you guys want this to change, you got to get rid of Shanahan, bring in a different philosophy, and then you can get that guy that likes to run around the field. That's the only way that's going to happen. That's so right.
That would, because I was talking about that the other day. I was okay. So you guys keep telling me the same thing. I'm like, well, I tell them why I like Jimmy, and I think of my reasons. But then I'm like, okay, look at Shanahan. Shanahan literally is only giving us one good season. We went to the Super Bowl, and then that's it out of 5 years. So he has one more year than Jimmy. So what does that tell you? So do we start all over and start from scratch? Mm-hmm. Or do we give Jimmy and Shanahan another year together? Mm-hmm. So you got to look at those scenarios, and then nobody wants to answer it. Well, Shanahan's not the problem because he didn't have a team. Okay, well, the first year Jimmy was there, he didn't really have a team. This year, he wasn't there and the team wasn't there. So you got to look at those scenarios. I'm like, there's no team here, there's no team there. Only 1 year they both had a team. They went to the Super Bowl. So
that's scary, ain't it? Now you got to be careful of your next decision. Because what if he stays healthy all year? It's always a what if thing. Because in football, people are going down. It's a question of who's going down.
Like I said, I've looked at different scenarios, and like at this point in time, our best bet as of now is give Jimmy honestly 1 more year. Yeah. And if it doesn't work out after this year,
yeah.
I know. I was thinking that anyways. Pick up
you got to draft a quarterback this year. I'm not against that. Yeah, and he needs to be good.
I'm with that. I mean,
get a good one,
or at least have potential to start.
At least,
if he doesn't,
and if nothing else, he pushes Jimmy. Exactly. I want pressure on the G.
Well, because
this dude's got to be good.
That's what Jimmy needs too. He needs pressure because you've seen those other games when Mullins did good, and all of a sudden the Rams game, Jimmy played one hell of a game. So Jimmy needs that pressure, just that pressure to say, you know what, dude, if you mess up, we have a guy that's gonna here and take your job.
Yeah.
And we know in the NFL, jobs are not guaranteed. In one night,
it's only 32 teams.
It can happen. Look what happened. And we've seen it, but we've seen it before with Joe and Young, and we've seen it with Kaepernick and Alex.
Yep.
Your job can be lost at overnight, especially being a 49er quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So it can happen. So that's one thing I do say we do need. We need to pick up a quarterback just so Jimmy can play his ass off and
be looking over your shoulder
team.
And doing nothing but getting better. But it was funny about Kyle says Jimmy is like a student of the game. He'll say Jimmy be sitting there taking notes. He says Jimmy takes more notes than anybody's ever seen. He said, you know what? Can you stop and just watch?
It's true.
So for people who think Jimmy's not into the game,
I've heard it.
People say Jimmy's not into it.
Shanahan
Kill me.
about,
that is such bullshit.
He talks with what is it called? With so much high. Can't forget the word. Oh, with so much praise. He likes Jimmy. Remember, he doesn't like Jimmy. He doesn't trust Jimmy. I'm like, okay. Then why does he say one thing? I know you can say, for the cameras, he can say how he feels, but I was like, how do we know how he really feels when we're not in the rooms or next to these guys knowing how he really feels? Because sometimes I look at it, well, he says he likes Jimmy. He believes Jimmy's going to be here next year. He says we win one with Jimmy. And then when I talk to other people, they say, he doesn't really believe that. He's just saying that. I'm like, why would anybody say that?
And that's
if you're a coach,
have you noticed that's not Shanahan's style? He's not a good BSer. John Lynch, whatever John says, that big smile on his face, John is BSing you because he's good at that. But Kyle's not good at that. He really says what's on the line.
He's not his dad because his dad was more upfront with stuff. But I know with Shanahan, he's slightly different than his dad. He's more of a player's guy.
Yeah.
Than he is than his dad was. His dad just didn't care who was on the field. As long as you won, I don't care who's out here as long as we win.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know Kyle wants to be that buddy with his players. But I think sometimes he needs to be like where the situation was like, dudes, come on, let's win this game. Be a hard ass on the players because sometimes you can't tell he is a little bit too buddy with these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Which he gets a good mad. Thing, but
he does have a temper.
He needs to be a hard ass at times.
Yeah, he is at times. Remember, you heard about that story with him and Kendrick Bourne in the beginning. He cussed Kendrick out for coming in late during those early days in 2017. Kendrick ain't been late since. What you don't want to do, don't mess with Shanahan if you're on his team, though.
When you're in the doghouse, you're in the doghouse.
Yeah. Right, we've seen it.
Matty
B.
With Breida, last year.
Yeah. He doesn't put up a lot from his running backs. If you fumble the ball or do anything like that, boy, that really pisses him off, don't it? My God.
That's his two positions he likes. The two positions he really likes on his team is his quarterback and his running back. Them two mess up, you got a problem. As long as the receiver can run around and catch the ball, he's pretty much okay with that. But when it comes to his running backs fumbling,
that's a no. And also he said things were not very nice about Nick Mullins, not vicious, but that's why I say when Shanahan talks, he doesn't mind telling you how he feels. He said Nick, he can put up with this, that, and this, but the turnovers burn him up, and he said as much in his words. So
Yeah, that's his two major things. You throwing an interception and fumbling the ball. That's what kills him the most.
It kills me too. I'm right with him on that. That eats me up. We're down driving.
Well, we're all with it, but I see why a lot of people don't like Jimmy. Like I said, I don't know. It's different reasons why I've noticed people don't like Jimmy. One is a big reason because he can't throw the ball deep down the field. I mean, I get it. I would love that, but it's just at times, I don't know. You really want to see that every damn game? Like, come on, throwing the ball 50 times down the field and score a touchdown every time. It's exciting, but I don't know. I like the run game. I like more scheme up than just like let's score and put up points. I'm like that makes the game fun and all, but there's more to it than just
you don't have to keep
points.
bombs away to win a game. 49ers proved that last year. They did it on occasion, but it was really a special occasion, right? I mean, you see, E-Man Sanders was our best deep threat, apparently. But they don't work on that enough. I could tell. But now with Ayuk, they might. You remember that game when Marquise Goodwin was racing?
They're starting to show more.
But you remember that game when Marquise Goodwin raced downfield and was wide open? Jimmy G hit him perfect. Ball hit him all as he over his shoulder, down through his arms and to the dirt. The 49ers need to work on that shot a little more often. Jimmy's arm is not weak. Some people think that. It's not true. I've seen him throw that deep ball when he's in with the Patriots. They don't do it.
No, we've seen it, but it's just they don't
do it very often. They don't even call the play.
For Shanahan, it's kind of we still run the West Coast offenses. Throw the ball 10 yards up the field, and
they take
let the
just
receiver
what the defense.
Do the job.
Yeah, what the defense gives you.
With the defense at that point, what the defense gives you. If the opportunity has been open, they've known for taking shots. It's just they don't have them as much.
But it's set up first, and everything is a setup. Shanahan's not going to just throw the ball downfield, just throwing the ball downfield. He's not Bruce Arians. But if he sets it up right and it's bombs away, usually they make that play. You notice that? Because as I say, Sanders did that twice.
No, it's coming. No, we've known. I know. I've noticed it. You noticed it does happen. But like I said, it's just people are so used to watching people like Mahomes.
I know.
Wilson throwing that ball. It's just people want to see that.
I know.
Everybody wants their quarterback to do that.
And different offensive system. We got to go, fam. We didn't take up all the time. Let me see you this weekend.
I get it, but you know, like I said, everybody wants to see that, but it just for the most part, we all can't have the shiny brand new car that just flies down the street at 100 miles and goes crazy.
Let's see what we get for a receiver this year. We may see that, but we need that 4-3 guy. All right, fam. Let me see you in a few minutes. All right. Give my best to fam. All right. Night, Emilio.
Night.
Hey, Pete.
What's up, Ronbo?
Pete, we're getting ready to start. The Jimmy G saga continues from last year as Brady was on the plate last year. Now, this year, those who want Jimmy gone, they don't care who comes, just get him out of here. Where are you at on this? Kyle Shanahan said Jimmy G's a starter next year. Is Kyle kidding us? Is he being sincere? Or is Kyle got something else going on that we can't even figure out? What do you think?
I believe Kyle is keeping his word. We're going to keep Jimmy. That's just the whole entire point of it. And when people say bring in another guy or draft a player, why would you separate a quarterback from his tight end, receivers, and the defense, and then bring in a new guy? That won't make any sense.
You're echoing my thoughts exactly. It's not even fair to them. We're going to bring in a new guy. We're a Super Bowl team, Coach. Why are we making changes? We're hurt. We're not done. We're hurt. We're back now.
But the thing that concerns me is, what if next season we go, 6-3, right? And then Jimmy
gets hurt. I know. It's always scary.
And then another guy like CJ or Josh Rosen comes in, and we go 9-7 with this wild card. Who are you gonna blame then? You ain't gonna blame Jimmy.
No, they will. Jimmy gets blamed for everything. Even the defense makes mistakes. It's Jimmy's
fault. Of course he is. even when we win, oh, it's Jimmy's fault. Get him out. It's like, no.
He's the punching bag for those who don't like him. And a lot of people never liked him. That's the thing. They didn't like him from the jump. So
I've always loved Jimmy. Even watching his highlights from New England when the Niners got him, like, this guy can actually play. It's just
he can play.
How consistent the coach is. Yeah. Now I'm not saying Shanahan's a problem, but he's not consistent half of the time. Like, we have good drives, like, maybe 5 to 4 times during the game. But then the other times we just stall, and sometimes that makes us a close game, or sometimes loses our games.
Yeah, Kyle is the kind of guy. He's looking at what the defense. He's trying to find weaknesses in the defense. Sometimes those are throwaway plays that you see. Usually in the first quarter, especially, you're sitting there, Kyle, what are you doing? And we're running the ball all into the back of our own guys and stuff, and that's really frustrating. But I know what he's doing. He's looking around to see where's the weak link, and then all of a sudden you'll see him do something that you didn't expect, and usually he goes from there. But he's a very cerebral guy. What's going on in his head? None of us could even hope to get inside. It's just, he's strange. But he makes it work. And all of a sudden you'll see George Kittle I mean, there's green grass all around him. You say, Jesus Christ. Well, that was a result of something else that was developing. So you almost have to be really patient with that. Because we've been wrong so many times. I know I have on what was going on and getting mad. TC. I pick on TC so badly. I feel bad because Kyle, can we get most in the game now, please? But there's a point of that madness. There is a method to it. And Mostert comes in. Teams have gotten used to TC beating up the middle and not going anywhere. Mostert zipping, going from scrimmage to the pay dirt. I said, my God, that was vicious. What happened there? Kyle sees that coming. Remember when he went and told the ref the next play this guy's going to hold? He's watching every little thing. He tells George Kittle, you do this play right, you got 40 yards easily. Boom! Kittle went out there and got 40 yards exactly. What are we dealing with here? Shanahan is amazing. So, that's why he has to be trusted. Bear with him when he's doing things you really don't understand. But wait a minute. Yeah. He's amazing to me.
And also with our QB system, I don't think Jimmy feels threatened by anybody except maybe CJ. Because CJ played during the Cardinals game, that kind of sends some flags.
Had to.
But,
CJ looked good.
But overall, Jimmy is going to be our QB for probably the next 2 to 3 years. And
well, he needs to prove
we'll see what happens
next year. Because they are going to look for a quarterback, I'm pretty sure. Because they can't afford to let a Super Bowl team just die on the vine. This team has got a 3-year window for sure. They're that strong.
Also, I do feel Jimmy is happily he may accept less money than his current contract right now.
Yeah,
because as of now, if he accepts probably like 30 million or maybe 40 million, that takes a huge debt of ours, and we could probably re-sign some players or maybe get a veteran for our O-line or another veteran for our safety.
Oh, especially a center. But Jimmy, his guys have been having his back for 2 years. He doesn't say a word. Media's working him. Fans are working him. Jimmy doesn't say a word. Remember last year? But, man, Mostert. And then you had Juice. Boy, they had this dude's back all year long, all off season long. So if they ask Jimmy to take a cut, Jimmy say, how much? Take it. I'm almost positive. If I'm going to lose my dudes, take it.
Yeah.
He's already paid him the lion's share of his money anyway. He doesn't.
We did.
Yeah.
But also, you have to think about it. Yes, we had a full year with him. Yes, we went to the Super Bowl and we lost it. And also in 2017, he did start, what was it, the last 6 games?
Yeah.
Okay.
5. He won the last 5 games.
If you saw with Kyle and CJ, they weren't doing good. And then CJ gets injured. And then Jimmy comes in and he wins 6 straight. That was kind of a glimpse of what was yet to come. Now, obviously, Jimmy has a torn ACL during Kansas. And then now in 2019, he's ranked as a top number 5, does very well. It was questionable play calling in the Super Bowl, but in the end, it's all in the head coach. It's his thing, and if you said, Jimmy, look, you could do whatever you want this play, I'm pretty sure it would have worked. Because sometimes you have to give the quarterback some free. You have to give the quarterback some free plays as well.
Yeah, Pete, you hit upon something really. You know what? Jimmy needs to be in that system like any other system for a certain amount of time before your head coach is going to just take the leash off you. You look at Rodgers and other quarterbacks like that that are established in the NFL. They know the play, but they also know how to improvise on the play because they have that in-depth understanding of how this play works. And also, the receivers need to be there a little while too, so they can read the quarterback. They can all get on the same page. So what a lot of people are asking for is to keep shifting these players around. When only that's going to treadmill you and put you in a position where you're not going anywhere. You let that team grow together as long as you know they've got talent. Before you know it, they start to bloom and blossom. And Shanahan sitting back, pulls himself a chair, and just watches it unfold because he does not need to hold their hand anymore through every play. This is the goal that I think Shanahan wants to reach.
I agree with you too, but at the same time, what if it's too late?
Well, yeah,
everybody's getting comfortable in, but you never know with football. Like you said, players
I'm
get
just saying it's
injured,
all about the
things
knowledge.
happen
How
with the
knowledgeable
GM.
Yeah.
And I don't know,
Yeah,
it's all questionable.
Contracts could run out. That's true. This always worries me
yeah.
because a lot of these guys are going to get so good. You know what's going to be hard to sign when their contracts end? Both Debo and Ayuk. George Kittle cost a fortune. What if Debo blows up and doesn't get injured? Ayuk has the potential of a stud. So, this is the thing. Then we got to get new guys. So that's why I keep replenishing and bringing in new talent when you can. You're bringing in another wide receiver, not maybe next year, but the year after. Groom him up. Mm-hmm. So if these guys do ask for too much, you still got something to replace it. It's hard to keep a championship caliber team together for that reason. The CBA is just really tough. So
yeah, wide receivers are, like you said, quarterbacks are hard to come through, but also wide receivers, it's kind of a hit and miss.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Because you look at all the other teams right now. People thought that OBJ and Jarvis Landry were never going to work out, and yet the Browns are 10-5 right now.
Yeah, but OBJ's not there. They're doing better without him.
That's true.
Drafting your number one wide receiver is always the best route to take. If you can draft him, if you have to go out and get one, you're going to cost you a fortune. He's got to come in. He's got to meld with your quarterback. That takes time, too. It's a tough thing. But if you can bring him in like Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have done, if you can bring in two receivers with rookie contracts, you got your quarterback there. If you can get these guys to finally build that bond, now you got 3 years before you even have to worry about that, of these guys just tearing up. Debo's got that potential. Ayuk definitely has that potential. They're on that path. We'll have to endure that, or they're going to blow it up. I don't know, but I can see where they're going, and I can understand
of the offense.
Yeah.
Speaking of the offense, having Mostert, was it Wilson Jr. and Coleman? I'm not too sure of Coleman anymore.
Well, yeah, no, I know. You don't worry about those guys. They're overpaid anyway. But, fam, we got to go, though.
Yeah.
We ran our time. I'll see you this weekend later on. Happy New Year in the meantime,
sure, Ronbo.
Okay? All right,
Happy
man.
New Year's.
Night, Pete.
All right, see you.
See ya. And there's Night Bot with more nasty things to say about my dude. Jittery can't throw on the run like CJ. He used to do it all the time. I love that's all Jimmy used to do. In fact, I don't understand why Kyle does. Hey, Night Bot, look at the percentages, and they're there. Look at the percentages of Jimmy G in play action versus standing in the pocket. You're going to be shocked, out of your mind. They're 97%. When Jimmy G's on the run, he's at his best. It's Kyle that doesn't want to do that for reasons unknown to me. But again, I don't question him because I figure he knows what he's doing. But Jimmy G's percentages on play action are up there. Hey, Seuss.
Ronbo, what's up?
It's just, it's Jimmy G. I just brought him up tonight because we're going to talk about him all offseason long. People are going to gravitate toward Jimmy because, people hate him, really hate him. But it's Jimmy G tonight because Kyle said he's bringing him back next year. And I knew when I heard that yesterday, oh, God, here we go. Kyle, why'd you do it? You just built a fire. But, hey, so where you at on Jimmy, man? Is Kyle kidding us? Is he serious? Or is he just trying to make everybody think, look, you can come get Jimmy, but you know how I appreciate him. You got to give me a lot. What's going on with Kyle?
Real quick, man, I need to give my shout-outs real quick before I get into these topics.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout-out to my brother Shark Attack. I'd like to give a shout-out to my boy Chad Garrison, my boy Tommy H., my boy Andrew Martinez, and my boy Avatar. But let's get on to the talking. Real quick, Ronbo.
How do you feel about Joseph Smiley, though? Go ahead and tell us some of that real quick.
Joseph Smiley? Yeah. He's a pretender. He doesn't even know the fullback that played in the Super Bowl against the Steelers.
Okay, good. I love shots taken to Joseph. Okay, go ahead.
Joseph Smiley doesn't know the fullback that played against the Steelers in 2005, guys. He dodged my question. I tested another Seahawks fan. He said a running back that won the Super Bowl with the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you guys are nothing but pretenders, Seahawk fans. I swear, bro. Let me tell you, man. You guys ain't fucking with us, man. We're some real ones, bro. You guys, where you guys at, bro? For real, you guys are a bunch of clowns, bro. I'm sorry for my language, Ronbo.
I wound him up. All right, so let's get back to the point of the night. Go ahead. It's my fault for starting that. But go ahead.
It's all good, bro. Yeah. It's all good. Jimmy G is our guy, guys. It don't matter. You guys are not the GM. You guys are not the head coach. Jimmy G is our quarterback. You know, you guys are not the GM. You guys are not. You guys are not the head coach. Like I said, Kyle Shanahan has been on our team for 4 years, not 5 years. You know.
And it's just finishing.
All I gotta say.
That's true. Yeah.
2017 draft. No one wanted to come to the 49ers. Let's be honest.
Well, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? No one wanted to come to the 49ers in 2017. No one knew who our quarterback was. Colin Kaepernick opts out in his contract. Blaine Gabbert, we cut Blaine Gabbert.
We cut him.
Yeah. And then that's why we got Brian Hoyer. That's why we got the C.J. Beathard.
Mm. Oh, and
you know what I'm saying?
You bring up another important fact. Kyle does not feel like teaching people from scratch, especially now with this team. He does not like to teach people his offense from the beginning. That's why he went and got Hoyer. He was hoping Hoyer could be the stopgap, fill gap between him and CJ, but that didn't work. And CJ throw it into the fire way before he wanted to. And this is why when people keep saying, bring in a new quarterback, take that ball away from Jimmy, give it to the new guy, and let's go. Boy, Kyle does not want to do that. That I'm sure of.
Ronbo, if you look at all the free agents that we brought in that year, all those guys were under Kyle Shanahan at one point in their career.
Yep.
It don't matter. I think the only one that wasn't under Kyle Shanahan's system was Marquise Goodwin and Elvis Dumervil.
And they were and Marquise Goodwin was just a speed guy, and Dumervil was an edge rusher. So you don't need to teach them a lot. But everybody else, you gotta hold class. You gotta go over and make mistakes. It takes too long. Jesus, when he leaves San Francisco, whenever he does, he's still gonna be looking for guys that played in the system. It's difficult. This is why I'm saying we need patience. Stop kicking everybody to the curb because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on out there. All you're doing is knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah. Like 2018 happens. Jimmy G towards his ACL. 2019 he helps us lead to the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna say it was all Jimmy G. It was the defense that got us to the Super Bowl. You guys they're willing to argue with me. They're gonna say some stupid shit in the comments. Right. Our defense won us the majority of those games. Yeah, Jimmy G helped win those games too. I'm not saying that he didn't. You know what I'm saying? But it was mostly our defense.
But
this year,
the defense is also the lost the Super Bowl as much as Jimmy. We had a 10-point lead with only minutes to go, but Jimmy still gets all the blame. But the D also.
I blame that on Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
I blame it on Kyle Shanahan. I'm not even saying that in a messed up way, guys. It's all Kyle Shanahan's fault. He wanted to make Jimmy G Super Bowl MVP. Instead of just giving it to Deebo Samuel. You played to win the Super Bowl out of the way.
Agreed. Deebo was wearing the Kansas City Chiefs.
Deebo Samuel was gonna win the Super Bowl MVP. But they wanted it to make it look good. They wanted it to give it to our investment. And Jimmy G he just couldn't do it under pressure, At that point, they
ran out of time too, so they had to go deep. And as I say, the offensive line was getting breached on every snap. That's what ran the clock out too. We would come 3 and out. They had us 3 and out, 2 or 3 times in a row in the last few minutes? That was shocking.
Most Mac is not excuses, bro. It's not excuses. It's facts. Kyle Shanahan wanted to make Jimmy Garoppolo Super Bowl MVP. It would have gone to Deebo Samuel. Yeah. Like, bro, don't be stupid.
I wish he would have went to Deebo.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping off the Super Bowl. It already happened. Like it already happened. Like the Super Bowl already happened. There's nothing that we could do as fans. I'm just stating facts. Kyle Shanahan wanted Jimmy G, which his investment, to be Super Bowl MVP. It's right there for you. You could go back and you could go watch the game.
Yeah.
Ronbo, be honest. If you would have been head coach for the 49ers, would have had still thrown the ball with 5 minutes left?
I would have kept going to Debo after I saw that the Chiefs, Debo was beating their butt on every run. I would have kept doing that till it stopped. Until they stopped Debo, prove to me you can stop Debo, I'm going to keep going to him. I guess Shanahan thought they'd sit on Debo's routes or something, but man, Debo came around that corner. The Chiefs looked like a bunch of Girl Scouts every time he came around that curve. Keep doing that, Kyle. He didn't.
I'm not making excuses up for Jimmy G neither. Jimmy G, he plays quarterback for a reason. Not saying that, but the Kansas City Chiefs, they stepped up. You know, the defense helped blew it too. You know, the defense got scored on too. So, you know, there's no such thing as iron teams. There's no such thing as iron team. You know, Joseph Smiley, you're just mad that I called you out that you don't even know the fullback that played in your guys' Super Bowl back against the Steelers, bro. Like I said, you know, it is what it is. You know, 2021, I hope it's a better season for the 49ers. You know, we're going to have all our key players come back. Yeah, we need to re-sign some of the players, but
a lot of them.
I'm not being salty. It is what it is, you know. It is what it is, man. People, you guys can love me or hate me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? All I got to say is that Seattle Seahawks fans are the fakest fans in the league, right next to the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Anyway, the nice thing is they can all clown us this year because all of our guys are on the IR, but that ain't gonna. What are the odds of that happening 2 years in a row? I think if the season starts somewhat normal, we'll be normal next year. For some reason, starting the season off like we did, it affects the 49ers more than anybody in the league. We got more injuries than anybody. I mean, everybody.
Exactly.
I think as many as some
Ron,
teams,
we
2
have
or 3 teams combined.
Starters hurt.
Oh.
We have 13 starters hurt. How is that delusional? Look, add that up, Seahawks fans. Add that up.
Smiley only has a one-word vocabulary. The boy only graduated 3rd grade. That's the only word he knows is delusional. And I doubt he even knows what the word means.
That boy needs to wear a helmet when he
That's
walks,
why
bro. I swear.
I clown him. That's not a football fan. That's a damn fool. Hey, but here's the thing. Next year, it's going to be interesting to see. Actually, if we do pick up a quarterback, I want to see how they handle this because Mick Mullins, his elbow is probably going to keep him out, so he has a legitimate excuse to leave. I guess. I really can't wait to see what the 49ers do with that quarterback room. I think Kyle loves him some CJ. If CJ does a good job this weekend, I wonder what's going to happen with that. Or they let them both go. I have no idea. Because they've already got...
Yeah.
They got Josh... It's going to be... I don't know. It's hard to call this one. We'll see.
You know what I'm saying? But, Ronbo, let's be honest. If our team was to be healthy, what would our record be? If our team was full healthy like Seattle, I bet you right now that we will have a better record than Seattle.
They'd be number one. There's no team in the NFC West that would have beat the 49ers if we'd have been fully healthy.
No,
none.
Exactly. Look at all the teams that we played without our starters.
Yeah. They were.
Look at our team without our starters, man. We barely lost games. With Nick Boland, choking.
That's the curse right there. We lose all our guys on a team where we were just really going to steamroll the NFL. Hey, since we gotta go, fam. I'll see you on New Year's Day, I think, actually. Yeah.
All right, Rumble. Well, if not, I'll see you next year, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to talk shit to me, I'm sorry, Rumble.
You can find it.
49er Empire. I don't care.
You'll find Jesus
My
in the
name
chat.
is 49er Empire. I don't care. My name is 49er Empire. I'll say it again.
All right.
If you guys want to add me and talk trash to me, I'm here. All right, Rumble. You have a blessed night, my brother. Thank you for the platform.
You're welcome, fam. Appreciate you. All right, night.
All right.
Guys, messing with 49er Empire, man. The guy's going to get you. Hey, Santana!
Ronbo, how you doing?
Santana, awesome, man. I'm just glad the season's over, man, because it's been painful, man. And what worries me more than anything is having I don't know who we're going to lose. Hopefully not the wrong people. But the question is, Jimmy G has been already confirmed by Kyle Shanahan as being his starter next year. George Kittle's already celebrating. I'm pretty sure the Niner locker room was probably up in arms about it, joy. And but the question is Kyle serious? Somebody said, you said the same thing about DeForest Buckner. The fact is, they did everything they could to keep DeForest Buckner. That was not something they wanted to do. They had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
With Jimmy, they got a choice. So I don't know if I'm going to compare those two situations. But in George Kittle, they said they were going to keep, and they did. So I think we can believe Kyle most of the time. But are you believing it or what?
Oh yeah, I'm believing it. I'm definitely believing it, and the reason I'm believing it is because who can we get, Ronbo, without giving up draft picks? You know what I'm saying?
The 49ers can't afford no draft picks.
Exactly. So it's like it's either you give up your future for a quarterback to get this season, which there's not many at all, or do you spend a lot of money to get a quarterback and some draft picks. So I think we're stuck in the middle. I think the best thing we can do is stick with Jimmy. You know, we already have a contract with him, and like Kyle Shanahan said, I heard his interview, he's not that expensive compared to quarterbacks, what they get paid now. You know, he's in the mid-pack. And so, I mean, for me, I think Jimmy G's our guy. You know, I was against it, but now that I think about it, I was against it because it's not that he's not a good quarterback. It's just that can he stay healthy? That was my question.
And
so
that's still a question.
You know, I kind of did a little research on his stuff, Ronbo. I'm gonna give you a little something. So 2019, Ronbo, Jimmy G got sacked 36 times throughout the season. 36 times throughout the season, and that's in postseason. He got sacked 4 times. So that's 40 sacks in 2019 in total, right?
Yeah.
This season, combined Jimmy G, Mullins, and Beathard is already 36, and the season's not even over yet. You know,
and they're going down next week too.
And yeah, and Jimmy G got sacked this season alone, in the couple games that he played 11 times, Ronbo. 11 times, Ronbo. So, and then in last season, you know how he got in the regular season, got sacked 36 times, Ronbo. You know, he threw for almost 4,000 yards, and that's not including the drop balls that our wide receiver group was having. You remember that in the beginning of the season where receivers couldn't catch anything, you know?
That's why I always laugh.
So,
the defense carrying us hard. Man, it's hard to throw for 4,000 yards and not be involved, okay? Come give me a break.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, I was kind of reading on some stuff. He was the highest completion rate on throws over 20 plus yards.
70.
He was 61%.
What was it? 70 on third
70%.
down. Yeah, 70. Oh, completion rate. Completion rate, not just third down. But completion rate was 70%. Go ahead.
Over Mahomes too, Ronbo. So and he had more pressure than Mahomes did that season too. So I'm not gonna say he's not a quarterback, you know, because he's been under pressure since he's been in the 49ers, Ronbo. The year he tore his ACL, he was under pressure. That's why he escaped out of the pocket, and that's how he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
You know, and last season he was getting sacked a lot too. And this season, well, we saw what happened, you know. So I think Jimmy G's our guy, Ronbo. I don't think we move on from him. I think if anything, we take advantage over this first round pick, and I said we move down the draft, accumulate a couple picks, and you know, draft a center or a guard, and we definitely need an edge, Ronbo, because you know Nick Bosa needs some help too, coming off an ACL.
I know it worries me.
You know.
Yeah.
So. What do you think, Ronbo?
Eban says 4,000 yards a yak, and that's another joke. 4,000 yards a yak. What kind of dumb statement is that? If that be the case, how come none of our receivers had over 1,000 yards? You know, except for George. I'm okay. Anyway, but I think from that last question,
Ronbo,
go ahead. That last question you had.
No, but I was going to say, you know, Aaron Rodgers in 2019, he didn't look that great either, remember, and he had 36. They sacked him for 36 times, you know. Right. 2020, he looks great, Ronbo. He looks awesome.
Because
you want to know why?
I know why. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's only been sacked 19 times throughout the whole season, you know. So, I mean, that's still somewhat, you know, but that's why he looks good, because he has more time in the pocket than usual.
And he does that and Santana. You know what else? Last year he had, I think, a couple of rookie receivers, and I'm not sure. He had, what's his name, Devontae. He had one guy, and he got hurt. So Aaron was out there with a bunch of rookie receivers and an offensive line that the 49ers used to love to go up against, right? But they were a good offensive line. Somebody said they were ranked at the top of the league. So, there has to be certain things have to fall into place for success. You can't take away one, add this, or take away this and this, remove the quarterback. You remove the quarterback and put him into a situation where this guy was suffering, chances are the same guy that you've replaced is going to suffer the same thing. This is what people don't understand, the mechanics of the game or how it works. The first thing they do is spotlight the quarterback, when really there's way more to it than that.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely way more to it than that. And you got to remember in 2019, and you got to remember, too, in 2019, Jimmy G didn't have that. He had a rookie, Deebo Samuels. He didn't, so he didn't have a good wide receiving group.
He did get better because Emmanuel Sanders came along. George Kittle missed how many games? That's why when people try to tell me that team was nothing but defense, I say, please.
Nah.
You don't.
No. It wasn't all defense. It wasn't all defense.
The defense was awesome,
Ronbo.
But Jimmy had to bail him out on several
awesome.
games. Both Rams games,
a couple times.
The Cardinals games. The defense did a good job against the Saints? I don't think so. So, don't tell me Jimmy G has nothing to do with these wins unless you're just being hateful. And then I have nothing more to say.
Yeah. Exactly, Ronbo. And so it's like, and same thing with Deshaun Watson. He's been okay, but he's been sacked, Ronbo, 45 times this year, Ronbo. You know what I'm saying? So even if we get a mobile quarterback with no protection, he's going to get chewed up, so. Yeah, he's going down. So
and the Cardinals, same thing. They should have went after an offensive line. Instead, they went after Simmons. And now you got Kyler Murray. The 49ers damn near killed him last week. He may not play this weekend.
I saw that.
He may not even play. I didn't mean to laugh. I know he's that hurt. His leg is just out. No.
I want to see Jimmy G come next year and give him protection and see what he can do. Yeah. And then we can take an assessment off that if we need to move from a quarterback, But we got to give him a chance before we can kick him out the house,
Right. I want to draft a quarterback, though. I really do. I hope to get a good one.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
And
Ronbo, that's my take. I want to keep Jimmy G. Yeah. But, we'll see what happens, Ronbo.
To learn that offense. I want a guy that can run it.
Oh, yeah. That's why I think Kyle won't move on from Jimmy, Ronbo. Because he's already invested in Jimmy G.
Too much time and energy, yes. And Jimmy G, for all the people hate him, he knows that offense. It's just a matter of making it work now.
Yes. So,
we'll get there.
So, I mean, like I said, Ronbo, give him I feel like next year, if we get him protection, he'll be good. So.
He'll be ace. He understands.
And then another thing, Ronbo, on Kyle Shanahan, man, he's been to 2 Super Bowls in less than 5 years.
Yeah.
And if some people don't like him and stuff like that, he's going to lose some and he's going to win some. You know what I'm saying? He'll be back. He'll take whether it's with the 49ers or another team, he's going back to the Super Bowl. No doubt about that.
Guy's brilliant.
He's
a little
he's a genius.
Strange sometimes we watch him. But most geniuses can be strange at times.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes he's playing Madden and you just want to go all out, bro. That's where he makes mistakes, I know,
because nobody's going to forgive him for that Wildcat play against the Hawks. But you know what? Hey, Santana, that was Mike McGlinchey's fault. He failed his job down there, and that dude came in unmolested thanks to you, Mike. And everybody thought Shanahan was a fool. You go back and watch that play. Look at God, Jesus, Mike. And the play could have worked. Anyway, that's too late now. Hey, Santana, let me see it be. We'll do the predictions before the game. I don't know what we're predicting. It's gonna be a strange game.
Are you doing Saturday or game day?
Yeah, no, I'm doing game day. But I'll see you on Friday.
Friday, all right, Ronbo. Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, so I'm with you with Jimmy G, man, staying in the 49ers.
He's gotta stay there.
All
right. Good stuff.
All right, Ronbo.
All right,
you have a good one, man.
You too. Night. Happy New Year, too.
Yeah, night. Happy New Year's to you, too, bro.
Thanks, man. Night about, thanks for the contributions, man. Chat about says, Too many jittery lovers calling in. Not about you can call in. Too many jittery lovers call in. Our D held the best offense of all time to 10 points first half. But what about it's 2 halves of football, Niner Bot? And picked off Mahomes. What more do you want? To keep it up. See, that's God. Uh-oh. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on Not about you gonna like Big Show. He wants Jimmy gone too. Jimmy, Show, come on in here and make Ninerbot smile.
Ronbo, that's not my job to make anybody smile. I'm not a people pleaser. Everybody knows that on here.
The show, in fact, you're right. But, you have a reputation for pissing people off. That's why I love you so much when you call in, because you make this program fun.
And I'm very respectable and very likable at doing it.
He is. JJ, no matter what you say, Jersey Joe loves you.
Oh yeah, I already know that. But as far as Kyle's press conference goes, when he spoke about Jimmy, to me, actions speak louder than words. I don't know if you were raised to believe that, Ronbo, or not, but
constantly,
I ain't buying anything right now. Until moves are made and things happen, then I'm not buying a single word that Kyle Shanahan said. You know what I mean?
No, I don't blame you, because that's what these guys do all over the NFL. You never know. I even asked the question, is he telling the truth, or is he being sincere, or is there something else going on with Kyle that we just don't know yet?
Last year, for example, you and I both debated back and forth for months before the draft started about whether or not the Cardinals were going to take Kyler Murray, and the Cardinals came out and said Josh Rosen is their guy. And what do you know? They shipped him off during draft time. Yeah, I'm sorry, the year before. They shipped him off during draft day and drafted their guy.
Yeah.
So you can't say you believe that everything that Kyle says until something happens.
You got to play that game.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep. And if somebody like Bill Belichick calls and offers us a third-round pick and Stephon Gilmore, I guarantee you John Lynch is going to bite that. Because we won't have to worry about a corner for the next 3 years. Stephon Gilmore's only 30 years old and one of the best in the league.
Is Gilmore under
contract? I'm sorry?
Is he under contract right now? Is
the way they do business over there in New England is kind of sticky. Because Bill always lets go of players. You know that. He doesn't keep players around.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't care who you are.
I don't know. They gave him a raise. I know that. So I don't know if he's under contract at all. So
you could be right, because Bill Belichick's had it with Stidham and
did you see Bill Belichick the other night when he played the Bills? How pissed off he was?
Oh, he was raging. He got some guy. He called some guy in the booth for telling him to make a protest, and Belichick, they put the camera on him. Jesus Christ, he was livid.
I've never seen him that animated before. He never shows his emotions on the sidelines.
That was scary. So, I do see an offer coming from Belichick. I really do. I can see that. I don't know what he's willing to give up, but I can see that.
Stephon Gilmore is one of the best corners in the league, and John Lynch prefers veteran corners over rookie corners, and so
we take
especially
Brian
after
Hoyer.
that Killer Witherspoon experiment.
Yeah.
What was that? No.
We take Brian Hoyer.
We'll draft.
Spoon.
We'll draft our guy. That'll give us enough capital to move up in the draft.
He's not going to start anybody that doesn't know his offense. Not with this unit, especially not with this unit. You're going to have to go through somebody.
He was actually
CJ,
no.
Hoyer.
I disagree with you on that, because they asked Kyle Shanahan how he evaluates quarterbacks, and he said there's actually a good little clip out there, and he said that people change, times change, and you get the guy you want, and you adapt to him, and you get him. That's what he said as far as drafting quarterbacks goes and evaluating quarterbacks. So to say he's not going to start him right away is kind of ridiculous.
No, it's not.
Especially
a show that is so. Oh no, that is not true. They were going to get Matt Schwab or Brian Hoyer in 2017. Show, whether you know it or not, That offense is complicated even for a wily veteran. You think they're going to bring a kid out of college, give him the ball, wait let me finish,
any
and run
system in the
Shanahan's
NFL
offense
is complicated.
unless
Any system in the NFL is complicated.
not like Shanahan's.
Not just Shanahan.
Unless he's going to
Not
dumb
just
it down.
Shanahan's system is
Unless he's
complicated.
going to dumb it down a little bit for that kid to comprehend it. But that means you got to tell George
That
Kittle,
stigma,
you got to tell everybody
Chris
else.
Sims came out and said today,
guys,
that
you got
stigma
to slow it
of
down.
sitting quarterbacks for a year is over. You do not need to do that.
But
these kids coming out show they are ready to play.
You said Bosa
Kyle
wasn't
Shanahan
coming.
is a genius.
He
knows what he's doing.
No. No. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
CJ stays.
Okay.
We get this other quarterback, and he learns for a minute. But there's no way in hell you're going to take a Super Bowl team
and
and
I don't
give
know
that ball
if
to a
he's
rookie
been reading or not.
in Shanahan's system. No way. And you know how many people
I don't know if he's been reading or not, but they've been doing their due diligence on Zach Wilson, Ronbo. They've sent Adam Peters out to the BYU Boise State game.
Actually. Yeah.
And then they had 2 area scouts at his bowl game in Florida.
Is that the only guy?
Recently.
Is that the only quarterback they were looking at? Is that the only quarterback they were looking at?
Yeah, and Mac Jones. Mac Jones in Alabama.
Okay.
So.
If they're bringing him in.
Yeah, they're going to draft a quarterback. They're going to draft a quarterback. So.
It's probably going to be Mac Jones because Zach's not going to be available at 15 or definitely not available in the second round. But, Show, you're delusional, as Smiley would say. If you think Kyle's going to take a Super Bowl-ready team and give that ball to he'd rather give it to CJ.
Bravo, we won't have a Super Bowl-ready team if we keep Jimmy Garoppolo. You do realize that, right? We have 40 free agents, Rombo, and the cap is going down $20 million.
How many do you have to get rid of in order to keep 15 guys, and which is all they're going to keep of the group that's out there now?
You can't keep any of them if you keep Jimmy Garoppolo. Yes, None, not even Trent Williams.
Jimmy Garoppolo's
how are you going to afford to pay
Trent Williams? Show, do the math.
He's taking up a huge chunk up of
He's taking up
cap.
a huge chunk.
$24.5
Not the entire
$24 million, Rombo.
$175 million. Do the math. What's the percentage of the cap is left? So what you do?
And right now, what we have left to spend is very little, $3.9 million. That's how much we have left to spend.
Let me just real quickly answer these questions. Is Jaquaski Tart coming back next season?
No.
Is Solomon Thomas coming back next season?
No.
$20 million right there that you add.
Yeah, and then you find their replacements
in the
TC free agency or draft, Rombo.
Is TC coming back next year? Is Jet McKinnon coming back next year?
No.
The money can add up. You don't have
and the money is going
Jimmy
to
out.
disappear quickly, Rombo.
Yeah,
George Kittle's contract kicks
20,
in next year.
You've
That's
got
$15 million right there.
I can add more players. We're going to do this show at some point anyway. There's other players you can get rid of besides your quarterback. And Kyle Shanahan told you how much quarterbacks cost.
Look, Rombo. I had 0 questions about Jimmy Garoppolo before free agency in the draft this year in 2020. But when John Lynch made that move and made it public that they pondered bringing in Tom Brady, that was it for me. And not only that, his injuries racked up, and that's a huge issue for me and a lot of fans, his injuries. He cannot stay healthy. He has more misses. Exactly. That's all it takes, Rombo. That's all it takes is one move. All it takes is one move and one comment like that
and they decided against
to say they're
if you don't
confident
want
in Jimmy
Tom
Garoppolo
Brady,
is kind of ridiculous.
If you don't want Tom Brady, you must be pretty sold on your quarterback. See, because they're seeing things that you and I aren't seeing in Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, most of us hate Jimmy Garoppolo because of given plays, but we don't appreciate him for all the good plays he does. Well, I do, but you guys who don't,
we acknowledge the good plays he does, Rombo, but he cannot stay on the field. That is what we're trying to tell you. He can't. He has more misses than he does wins, Rombo. He has 23. He's missed 23 games and
first year rookie, just drafted, didn't even make it to week 10. It's not going to help to gamble like that because whomever you get can go down, especially with the offensive line we got.
Yeah, well, we can address that offensive line if we release Garoppolo. No, we will have $24 million on the books if we release Garoppolo, and we can address that offensive line and take a gamble on a rookie, who most people would do on here than keeping a guy
gamble on a rookie. Kyle's not going to.
Okay.
I got George Kittle, I got Ayuk, I got Debo. I'm not going to use a rookie to throw at those guys. I'll get a rookie, but he's going to sit and learn for a while. That's what's going to happen. Guarantee
Ronbo,
you,
that stigma is over and done
That's
with.
not a
He just
stigma.
didn't learn for
That's
a while.
common sense.
Yes, it is.
It's common sense.
It's a stigma.
So, what did CJ look like in his
Ronbo?
rookie year when he came out? Stigma.
Ronbo, CJ just did not deserve to be drafted where he was drafted. Okay, he had
forget
that. He was the 5th or 6th round.
It's
pick.
a rookie. He's not an idiot.
We had no quarterback that year.
You know you can't pick up Kyle Shanahan's offense immediately. Give me a break.
No, no, my gosh. Come on, Ronbo.
Oh my gosh, it's true.
All right.
Why do you think he went after Hoyer? That wasn't because I love teaching rookies how to do my offensive system. Show, you're in fantasy world. Shanahan's not going to do it.
I am not in fantasy world.
He may take I guarantee he's going to draft a quarterback. But he ain't.
You honestly think if they found their guy in the draft, they're going to pass it up again this year?
No, they'll take him. But he ain't starting.
Like they did Deshaun Watson, like they did Patrick Mahomes, like they did Josh Allen. You think they're going to pass it up again this year?
No, I told you they're going to draft a quarterback, but he ain't starting.
Okay, we'll see.
So every year I do this to you. This is another year.
No, the tables have turned. It's going to be on you guys. Not me.
Who was your first-round pick against Nick Bosa, and why you didn't want him?
It was Josh Allen was my first-round pick. FYI. No, yes, it was. If we were to trade down, I would have taken Rashawn Gary. If we were to trade down, and FYI, Rashawn Gary is not doing.
I know it. I love you, man. We got to go though. Let's get back to you. It's an off season, so we're going to see you more often anyway. All right, we'll see you later. And there's JJ just in time too. Every time Show guarantees something, it never happens. That is so the gospel truth. Although I still give Show credit on Fred Warner. Show knew about Fred before most of us did. And also, JJ says, screw it, I hate you, Show. What? No, he doesn't. You know he doesn't. And Ninebot says, caller is smart. Bitch jittery. Start Rosen. Oh, God. Ninebot's on the next level of hate. Oh, my God. Hey, Denise, come on in here, girl.
You guys are killing me.
I know. Me and Show do this every year off season, all season long. If it's not draft picks, it's about what kind of wine you should order with shrimp. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we go through this every year. He does not know what he's talking about. I have beat him up every year. Show has never bested me in these arguments. At the end of at the off season's over, I said, Show, I tried to tell you, man, but I congratulate you on Fred Warner. He did pick him.
Yeah, he deserves the congratulations on Fred Warner. Ooh.
That was a good pick.
Fred Warner's a stud.
Oh, God. But anyway, yeah, Denise, what are you thinking?
You know what, Ronbo? Honestly, I will agree with Big Show on one thing. None of us know what Kyle Shanahan's going to do.
No, I left that option.
have been, and you know what? I'm giving up my title as Kyle Shanahan's attorney. You know what? What do people say when they're on the mat? I tap out. Yeah, I tap out. Because I am telling you, you think Jimmy Garoppolo's hated? Shit. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't nothing compared to Kyle Shanahan. Everybody hates him.
Have you collected hate? I'm not. Well, you know what? I never run into those
people.
Oh,
my God, dude. I argue. Ronbo, you should follow. Well, I don't know if you follow me, but you should, because let me be one to tell you, I fight with people. I fight with people every day on Twitter about Kyle Shanahan. Like, every single tweet I see is like, oh, it's like, I'm telling you right now, I will tell you this, whether Big Show's right or whether you're right, I don't give a crap what happens. I'm telling you right now, if we draft a quarterback and he sucks, it's going to be Kyle Shanahan's fault. If we keep Jimmy and Jimmy sucks, it is going to be Kyle Shanahan's fault.
No, they'll split. In the Super Bowl, they blame both Shanahan. They blame Jimmy first and then Shanahan. But they both got some real vicious shots.
Oh no! What did someone called in and the gentleman said, he goes, I don't blame the Super Bowl on Jimmy or the defense. I blame Kyle Shanahan. And I was like, of course you do. because everybody blames Kyle Shanahan.
That was Jesus. Yeah.
I'm like, Kyle Shanahan caused COVID. Kyle Shanahan basically is everybody's nemesis. Like, I feel bad for the man. I'm like, Jesus, boy. I'm like, boy, I said, you better hope you knock this draft out of the park, and next year we better win the Super Bowl. Otherwise, your name is mud.
I question Shanahan, but I do respect him. That dude. That's why I say, man, don't try to understand Shanahan and make a judgment, because you're probably wrong, or you don't know why he came to that decision. I know that. I get mad at the moment, but then when I chill out, I said, man, who am I to question Shanahan? You know, so.
What I think is so funny is all these, you know, like, I even got called out on, like, I know he's called into your show before, but it's been a while. Like, I know you know who Wayne Breezy is, like, with nothing but Niners.
Yeah.
Like,
good friend
even on his
we
show.
Go way back.
Yeah. I got called out on his show, not him, but his partner was like, who's your low, like basically bad grade player, you know, for the season. And he said Kyle Shanahan, and I commented and I said, Kyle's not a player.
Yeah.
And he got all pissed off, and he was like, oh, well, I'm not stupid. I know he's not a player. And I'm like, well, you didn't answer the question correctly. I'm not saying you're stupid, but the question was, who's your low player? You said Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan's not a player. He's a coach. So doesn't make any sense to me. Carry on.
And unless you're going to specify everybody, all the personnel involved, but he said player. So technically, he's wrong, and you're right.
Exactly. Which is normally what happens when I argue with people, but it's okay. It's all good. But anyway, I was just like, whatever. I'm like, everybody hates on him, and it just drives me crazy, Ronbo. It literally drives me crazy. Just like it drives you crazy with the Jimmy hate.
Yeah,
it drives me insane. I'm like,
credit should be given.
He is not.
Kyle Shanahan last year with a full arsenal of troops, we should have went 16-0. Even the games we lost, we were right in it. We lost all the games we lost last year were in the closing minutes of the fourth quarter. And people forgot about that, as well as the fact that Jimmy G was involved in all those games as well. So, you know, this is why I say, you know, you people that decided Jimmy G didn't have anything to do with those games, that's hate. There's no reality in that. You can't be a quarterback and not be involved. That's just stupid.
The other thing I think everybody fails to mention, and this goes for Jimmy too. Kyle, okay, first of all, I do agree with one thing about Jimmy that scares the bejeebus out of me, and that is the fact that he cannot stay healthy. Like, I mean, we all need to recognize, like, if he comes back next year and he gets hurt again, we're going to have another losing season. And again, everyone says, well, Kyle Shanahan has a losing record. Why does everybody stick up for Kyle Shanahan? He sucks. He has a losing record. He's had a losing record in the 2 seasons he hasn't had a quarterback.
And that's why they got to draft a quarterback. Brian Ford, you will not make any sexist remarks. I do protect women in here, and I don't like you anyway. So you do that again, and I will give you some time out. Watch it. All right, go ahead, Denise.
Sorry if that was directed at me.
No, that was Brian Ford making comments that he had no business making. Anyway, I'm not even going to repeat what he wrote in the chat, but go ahead.
Anyway, sorry. But my point is that, like, even, like, Kyle, people forget he's young. Like, he's a brand new head coach. Like, is he going to make mistakes? Of course he's going to make mistakes. Of course he's going to screw up. Please explain to me. Please tell me when Bill Belichick started winning. I can tell you.
Yeah.
He had a horrible record when he first started out as a head coach. Also, someone else who's famous for being a great coach, Andy Reid. Andy Reid didn't have a good record when he first started out. For years.
And Belichick got fired, I think, out of Cleveland, right?
Yes, he did. He did get fired. So that's what I'm saying. Like, all these coaches, like, it takes time, like, to be.
As a head coach, for sure.
And I think Kyle's a pretty damn good head coach for being a newer head coach. Yeah. Is he perfect? No.
Yeah.
And as far as Jimmy goes, you know what? Like I said, my big thing is I'm afraid that he's going to get hurt again. That's my big thing. I do think he's coming back.
It's a good, yeah, and you should have. That's a legitimate concern because Jimmy G has gotten hurt 2 out of 4 years. So this is the thing. But my thing is, this could happen to any quarterback. Jared Goff.
I do agree with
Russell
that as
Wilson,
well.
And this year we're watching poor little guy over in Cardinalville. The 49ers killed him this past week. I didn't know it was as bad as it was. I wouldn't have been laughing. But he's not even going to be able to play this weekend. It's a dangerous game. Jimmy may go like he did last year. He may go the whole year without getting hurt. That's just the way it goes. But to get rid of a quarterback for that reason, I think is not really smart. Because then he goes to another team, stays healthy the whole year, and comes back and kicks our ass. And that's why I don't make that. If you're a bad player, okay, goodbye. But Jimmy G is not a bad quarterback. That team, just like you're saying about Kyle, they're all having to put it together, and it's going to take a little while. We got lucky last year that 2019 we put it all together, but that team can build from what we did in 2019, Denise. And now, after this year, they can be really fierce because they know what they're capable of, and they know the only reason they lost this year is because they weren't available. Fact is, next year they should be extremely motivated. If they can stay healthy, Denise, the NFL is in trouble.
Yes. And not just that, think about something else. This year, we had 81 players. 81 players Kyle's rotated in and out of his system. Oh. No, 81 players. They said it the other day.
I thought it was dollars. I heard that was the same amount of millions, too. I didn't know about this stat. 81 players rotated in and out?
Yep. One of the people who called, one of the press conference reporters told Kyle that they looked it up, and the 49ers defense and offense, so not just Kyle, Saleh too, between defense and offense, they have rotated 81 players in and out of their lineup.
Yeah, that's crazy. And these are the kind of things that are going to make you lose. Not that you got a bad team, but a team that's MIA. Denise, always a pleasure. We got to go. Happy New Year. We'll see you Friday, okay? New Year's Day.
All right, Happy New Year, Rama.
It's going to be late, I guess. Everybody's going to be like drunk still from the night before. We'll do it, though. All right.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Happy New Year. Night. Night.
Happy New Year to you, too. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Denise. Norman. It's
Niners all day. I'm just meditating on behalf of the Empire. Because 2020 has been a cold year for all of us here at the Empire. And I believe that we need a moment of clarity. Especially for you silly son of guns that was kept talking about Jimmy G must go, Jimmy G must go. Guess what, man? You guys gonna be sick for another year. And you know what? And this is a message. This really for me is a shout out to all the fake fools, the fickleberries, the phony whiners, those cheese and wine fans. You feel me? The dead and cold, because y'all not red and gold. Y'all really be killing me. Like I would hate to if I wasn't a man, I would hate to be a potential girlfriend of one of y'all, because you know what? Y'all just like y'all seem like y'all would have the baddest woman on your team. Give you her car, do her wash your dirty drawers, give you money whenever you need it, all that, and give you the best loving that you ever thought you had. And the next day, we'll be like, what happened to her? Oh man, I don't like how she. Hey, and then
she caught a cold.
Then you left. Like, what happened to your girl, man? I don't like how she keeps over, bro. I don't even want to be with her no more. What? Are you kidding me? This is how y'all doing the G? This is how y'all doing the G? Well, where was these complaints last year? Because I was not here last year. I was somewhere. Can't get out. And y'all was over here in Jimmy G land. Y'all was like, oh my God, Jimmy G's there's somewhere. I'll bet you. But all of a sudden this year he gotta go. Still with a winning record, he gotta go.
See, that's what looks so stupid.
The last time we had a quarterback with a record.
Speak to that. How dumb would the 49ers look getting rid of a guy that's got nothing but a winning record?
Y'all want Blaine Gabbert back?
Yeah. That'd be the thing.
Y'all want Brian Hoyer back?
Yeah.
Y'all want Brian Hoyer back? I've heard some people talk about get Dak Prescott.
Oh. And hey, Norm, the only reason Dak looked as good as he did that year they went to the playoffs is because they had that Hall of Fame offensive line.
You know why they wanted him on the team? So if they ever seen a Cowboys fan, they'd be like, everybody want to see my Dak. No, we don't. We want to see your Dak. Who else would they say? Matthew Stafford? Did you see him?
He's hurt too. Hey, he's hurt now. Matthew Stafford is he's a hospital case too.
I would rather have Tom Brady 40 years from now than have Matthew Stafford on my team. I'd rather have Tom Brady straight out the nursing home than have, get out of here. Look, okay, this is for you guys. Just accept the fact that in 2021, you got to put 10 in the cipher if you want to smoke with us. You got to put 10 in if you want to get in the field with us. You got to put 10 in. Deal with it.
Yes.
Man, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, bro. I keep telling you, okay, look, you know what I think we ought to draft? And I said it last time we sat here. What did I say, Ronbo?
I can't remember exactly. You name a quarterback? Because the names, I'm hearing so many names. I forget which one you called. Who?
I said we need some young hogs up front, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we need some first round pick, you mean? First round pickup.
Joe Staley's out there. We need some
hell yeah. You got to fix the trenches.
The line is the trenches, y'all. How you gonna do anything in the front, the back, or the side if the front ain't right?
No, see, here's the joke about that. People say, if you got a mobile quarterback, you don't need an offensive line. Boy, go sit your ass down. Man,
y'all
how many quarterbacks running out there getting hurt?
Running, catching, and throwing.
They get beat up just like everybody else with no offensive line. You have to have an offensive line.
I'm going to tell you like this. Like I said, if Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Derek Carr had a love child, and you put him on this service, and he became a quarterback, he just grew into the best quarterback in the league, he would get beat the dog food out of him. He would get dog walked behind this O-line. Stop playing with us, bro. It's not. I don't know. We're too spoiled as fans. Like we want to have our cake and eat. That's why I keep saying, like, I would hate to be some of y'all's boyfriends, girlfriends. Like it's not gonna work. Like it would just be like I'll be the baddest thing walking until you see me chew yogurt, and he's like, I don't like how you chew yogurt. I don't want to be with you no more. Like, what?
I want to see that chewing yogurt. That would be funny.
I gave you the keys to the car, and you don't want to chew yogurt. Now I gotta go. Stop playing with it, bro.
That's almost as fun as eating crackers in bed. Go ahead.
Right. Jimmy G, if a quarterback was a wife, Jimmy G is probably the best thing you had since the last one you had. And if you look at the 49ers, every time they won the NFC Championship, what did we have? What do we have, Ronbo? When we won the 2012 and the 2019 NFC Championship, what do we have? The best O-line in the game. We had the best O-line that year.
Yeah, that's true. And we had a kill defense, too, in both times, too.
We had a kill defense. You had that kill defense, right? And you had an O-line. And the O-line, it's not just about the quarterback. It's about the running backs, too. You have the quarterback. You have a good O-line. You could have the running back out there just hitting him what the trigger is, hitting him any motions. And then that defense is like, what do we do? What do we do? Mm-hmm. So Jimmy G can do whatever he wants. Like I said, Jimmy G can do whatever he wants, even if he doesn't want to do anything but throw 6 passes. And we win an NFC Championship game. 6 passes, or it was 8. 8 passes.
It was somewhere in there. It was
single O-line. Yeah. You had an O-line. If any quarterback would have did that with that O-line last year, quarterback,
Norm,
I don't care who
Norm, you know what I ask you about on that, though, Norm? Here's the thing. Mostert is going berserk. All right, why I need to tell him, okay, I think you ran enough. I want Jimmy to earn his money and just start putting the ball up for no known reason. I'm saying, you're going to get mad. How many? He didn't even throw the ball in the play. Why the hell does he need to? If I got Mostert out there setting new records, why the hell? It's just like in the Super Bowl. Give the ball to Debo. I'm not questioning Kyle, but I'm just saying.
I heard you bring up something real vicious. I heard you bring up something that was real hunted, though. You said Jimmy G's play action game is on point. Why is that? Because Jimmy G is a pocket mover. This man, we ain't never had no quarterback just gonna slide to the right and then slide to the left, touchdown real smooth. That's him. Watch when he get back on his full game play. Y'all gonna be like, we ain't gonna hear none of this Jimmy. We gonna be like, oh, we're sorry. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. It's like, I just say, like, for all the fans, like, I ain't in that front office. I'm one of those it is what it is fan. Whoever's on the squad record, I'm rocking. If it's Nick Mullins, Jimmy G, CJ Beathard, I don't care if they put Josh Rosen.
Condemning our guys. Yeah. Man, I mean, I understand making judgments, but come on, man. The lies are what bother me. You can say something bad about a player, but don't just start making stuff up. And then I'll notice. And then I'll come in and say something.
We had a cold season. It's like, I mean, it's just like, and I'm still laughing at Cowboys fans. You feel me? Because they
Where is Texas boy? I don't see him today.
You feel me? So that's a whole nother story. My shout out was for all these fans that be coming in here, and you feel me? Just like we're not trusting the process. Remember we was brick by brick when Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch first got here. Now we crumbling the bricks. The bricks got cracks on it. We ain't putting the seat. We ain't keeping we ain't solidifying our bricks right now. So what's really popping?
Ran out of order.
So shout out to all the fans and all the faithfuls that solidifying their bricks, like Ronbo Sports, C. McCarver Jr., 49 cents, all y'all. Bill Emilio, all y'all. There's a lot of y'all. Big Show, Dollar Bill, Will, Tanya, Denise, all y'all. I just want to give a shout out to all y'all that been keeping a real faith, holding it down. You feel me? And we rocking with who we rocking with. Whoever's on the field, that's how we keep it real. You feel me? Straight up.
I support that. And Norm, include yourself in that group of great 49er fans.
Oh my mama. I'm glad to be a part of it. You feel me? Because no matter what I say, it's Niners all day.
All day.
I'm gonna see y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Let the next one come in, man.
Yeah. Okay, looking forward to it, Norm. We'll be back this weekend and talk about the prediction list. This last game is going to be a comedy. We got
one last thing. I hope everybody had a great 2020, and I hope to see y'all in 2021. I wish everybody, whether you're a Niners fan or Niners faithful, Fickleberry, Chickens fan, Cowboy, all them, I wish y'all a happy 2021. Bringing in 21-21 straight up.
All right, Norm. Sure. Love you, man. Well, Happy New Year's, but in the meantime, I'll see you in a little bit, all right?
Sure.
There he is, Storm and Norm. And Ninebot with more. Jared Goff popped his dislocated thumb back in. Glass bones jittery, gets sacked once, runs off the field like a schoolgirl that got dumped on poor. Ninebot, FYI, Jared Goff popped that thumb off back in place, went to the hospital, had a procedure. He is out for this weekend against the Cardinals. So I guess there goes that. Oh! Big boys, come on, big rig. Jed needs to bring in a medical team to do a study on these damn injuries. Jimmy is the least of our concern. He wins, and that's all that matters. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people don't realize what some people are winners and some people are losers. Now, you look at Jimmy G and decide you don't like things about his game, but the bottom line is he wins most of the time he's on the field for whatever reason. And a lot of times it's him, and a lot of times it's his team. But will people realize this is a team game? The quarterback's not obligated to win the game by himself, never has been. John!
Ronbo!
John, we're going through the Jimmy G. It's going to be an ongoing series with seasons and everything between now and next fall. And Shanahan started it too. Shanahan already came out and said and explained to reporters in long detail as to why Jimmy G's getting paid what quarterbacks get paid. That's what they cost. And things like that, So I'm saying, I don't know. Shanahan is interesting here. He says Jimmy G is my starter for next year. And that's all it took. Now the entire 49er empire is up in arms. But, John, where are you out on this?
Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback for next year, ! And the reason why I say that is that I'm going to go down to all the quarterbacks Kyle Shanahan has had, going back to Matt Schaub, who was a 500 quarterback, had better numbers. He had McNabb. McNabb in 13 starts was 5-8. McNabb is a bigger name than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Okay, and he went to more NFC Conference Championship games. Grossman, I don't know why he was in Washington, but that guy was trash. And then when RG3, when he came out, he went 10-6 his rookie year. He got hurt, just like Jimmy Garoppolo. Washington was bad when they lost their top quarterback with a leg injury. Matt Ryan, who is better than Jimmy Garoppolo skill-wise, overall, Jimmy Garoppolo in 30 games compared to Matt Ryan in only 32 games, Jimmy Garoppolo is better. Those are by the numbers. I'm not going to have an argument with a lot of people who I've been listening to. And, I'm not sure why there are a lot of people who are doubting that. I don't know if they just want to talk to you, but guess what? I'm sick and tired of it. I love this team. This team is my favorite team. I watch them every game. And one thing that I understand is when players get hurt, we blame somebody. We do the scapegoat. I am not saying that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have the career of all the Hall of Fame quarterbacks, but you cannot tell me that when all the names that I just said, that Jimmy Garoppolo is not the best quarterback number-wise. And then I also heard someone say that Jimmy Garoppolo last year broke records since like the Jeff Garcia, Steve Young, when he had 400 yards, when he beat New Orleans. Yes, when he beat New Orleans. And then the 7-game win drives that he's had under a 49er uniform. It looks like these people don't know what they're saying. I'm sorry that I'm taking this tone, but at the end of the day, I'm a 49er fan. I don't know who all these callers are, and they can say whatever they want on the chat. That's what it is, like it or not. I'm a 49er expert. You want to know how I know that? Just because I don't have a YouTube channel or I'm not on NBC Sports or any of those networks. I know what I'm saying because I watch the game. I see all the mistakes. I criticize it. I yell at the TV. I know what I see. These people are not 49er fans. You call yourself a 49er fan? No, you're not. It's time for people to realize we have 3 quarterbacks right now. Why do they pay Josh Allen $700,000 for 2 games? No, he's coming back next year. C.J. Beathard, I've wanted that guy gone, but Kyle Shanahan has kept him. He knows something we don't know. And why did Kyle Shanahan say on ESPN and those 49er, networks and websites says that Jimmy Garoppolo will be ready week 1? That is what he's saying, that Jimmy Garoppolo will be playing with that uniform for at least 1 more year. And if a 49er fan does not like that, guess what? I hope I checkmate. I hope I put that checkmate ! And then also, I'm going to say something about Kyle's dad. He had John Elway when John Elway was in his late 30s, but then he had Brian Griese, Jake Plummer, and Jay Cutler. And his father is a Hall of Fame coach. He made those quarterbacks after John Elway good.
Good stuff, John. Did John drop the mic and leave?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But like I listened to some guy who was saying we need Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is too pricey for us because we don't have a 3rd-round pick. If you're going to trade that high, you have to sacrifice your 1st-round pick, your 2nd-round pick, and your 3rd-round pick. You don't draft you don't trade up for one pick and have like only 6th and 7th round. You make sure you have draft capital to make sure you have players for years to come. That's what the draft is there for.
Especially when you're losing players like we're losing. Yeah.
And then also one caller made one point. When you have 78, that's the actual number, that's been in and out of the lineup and has missed a lot of starts. Kyle Shanahan and our defensive coordinator Saleh has found a way to make this team 6-9. Any other coach would have gave up after week 2 when you lost Bosa.
And the players would have gave up too.
So I give respect to the coaches.
Yeah.
And Fred Warner, he said this weeks ago. He says, I believe that this team, even though we're bad, is better than the 3 teams in our division. Fred Warner, when he rarely speaks in a negative way. He said, we have a good team. Watch out for next year. Because guess what? I think you said it, or one of your callers said it. Jimmy Garoppolo is an extension to the playmakers we have. He doesn't have to throw for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. When you have Mostert and now Jeff Wilson Jr. and all these receiving weapons, and hopefully they fix the line, watch out for that offense next year.
Hey, they're a machine. When they're together, they're a well-oiled machine. They proved that last year. The quarterback does not have to go out and satisfy the fans by throwing the ball downfield every other play and being involved in every play. You've got a lot of pieces there. Use them. It doesn't mean the quarterback sucks. It just means they play well together as a unit. This has always been misconstrued.
Yep. And just like his dad, like I said, those quarterbacks after Elway, Greasy, Plummer, and Jay Cutler. If you remember those quarterbacks, if you know all this stuff like I do, Shanahan's father made those 3 quarterbacks after John Elway look really good. Kyle Shanahan has not had the quarterbacks like his father. I'm not saying Jimmy Garoppolo is John Elway, but at the end of the day, you don't give up a quarterback who can prove to you. Now, yes, anything is possible in the NFL. He could get hurt, but guess what? What if he has another 13-3 season and goes to the Super Bowl and then win it? Are we going to say, you know what, let's let him go? No. Anything can happen. I'm a 49er fan. I believe that Kyle Shanahan will learn from his 2016 mistake and last year's mistake, and those are what you have to learn as a coach. That's why we're not the 49er coaches.
And John,
he is.
With a young team, first time in the playoffs, first time in the Super Bowl, they all got to learn. This is why I'm thinking, what is with those guys? They overachieved last year, and you're pissed off because they failed in the closing minutes of the Super Bowl.
And technically, the referee screwed up on that 3rd and 18 when Nick Bosa was like being choked in the neck to allow Patrick Mahomes to throw that ball.
Shot. I know.
Anyway,
that's just wow. Anyway, there's nothing to be done about that now. Hey, good stuff. Good stuff, fam. John, let me see you get some scores from you if you get a chance Friday before the game. All right?
All right, man.
All right. Happy New Year between now and then, huh? All right.
Niners, number 1.
Always. Night, John. Niner Bob with more. Listen to sorry, this is a realist. Let's not call you realist. Let's call you a person with an opinion. Because when it comes down to it, it's one group versus another. So who gets the label of realist? Not necessarily me, the one who says he's a realist. Jimmy will be back next overpaid and throwing INTs. Okay. Anyway, thanks for the contribution, Bud. Hey, Tom.
What's up, Ronbo?
Tom, man. The Jimmy G dramas are underway already. We didn't wait till the season ended. But Jimmy G bothers a lot of people. And a lot of us do appreciate where we can go with him. But Tom, that's neither here nor there. That's just the way it is. But what are you thinking here?
You never know what Kyle Shanahan is thinking. I mean, he's always speaking in parables. I mean, a lot of people think he's going to back in New England, but I mean, what would they actually give him? What, a second round draft pick, 3? I mean,
they should charge more than that though, because they don't have. They got Stidham and they got Cam Newton. You got to give me a first round pick for Jimmy. He's already been to the Super Bowl.
Right.
His stats are up there with some of the best in the league. I got to get more than. Yeah, I got to get a first round pick.
yeah. I mean, I'd like to keep him and then draft somebody, but definitely not Justin Fields, even though we're not going to get him anyway. Because Ohio State
how come you don't like
quarterbacks
Justin
just turned
Fields?
it. They do not work.
Oh, he's from Ohio
They don't
State.
work out in the NFL.
One just got released yesterday. I knew Haskins.
Haskins.
What? I don't think he really wanted to play.
He's trash. I mean, he's not trash, but he just wasn't good.
But anyway, who else? Because the top 5 guys: Lawrence, Wilson, Fields. Some of these guys are not going to be available at 15. I see the 49ers trading down more than I do see them trading up.
Yeah, I was
they
thinking
need,
the
they
same
need
thing.
players. Yeah.
Because we've got a lot of draft picks this draft. So
And we got a lot of guys we
we're in
can't
good
sign
position.
next year too. So you better start building for the future. This is why when people say trade up, get Zach, man,
no.
Whoa, that is way offline. No, it's not going to possibly happen. It's just not feasible for the 49ers. But go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, the last caller was right on the money. I mean, he can develop Jimmy G. It's just the only problem is he cannot stay healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets hurt way too much.
Yeah, he does. But you never know.
Maybe
he may go go 2019 next year. That's football.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd give him another year. I doubt he's going to take a pay cut though. But like Kyle Shanahan said, I mean, quarterbacks are expensive, and he's really not that expensive for a QB
for a franchise
starter.
quarterback.
So.
He might though, because as I said, he's got a lot of allegiance and alliances on that team. If Kyle comes and says we're not going to be able to keep Juice, we're not going to be able to keep this guy, or something like that, I really do think he would do whatever it takes to keep those guys, because he comes from the same school.
Yeah.
Remember, Tom Brady used to do that in a heartbeat, right? But we'll see.
And shout out to Jesus, a.k.a. 49er Empire. He was right, too. I mean, you can't blame Jimmy for that Super Bowl loss.
Not entirely, like some people are trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he played a role.
I mean, you shouldn't have him drop back. Anybody in the Niners, that's not the style of the Kyle Shanahan offense. It's either, play action here, jet sweeps and run the ball down your freaking throat. Not just drop back and shit.
It's a West Coast offense. When you do go deep, it's been set up to the point where it's going to be a clean, clear shot. I still want a speedster, though. I need a 4-3 speedster to bust downfield on a go route. I want to see then how that affects Kyle's offense, because when Goodwin was there, the offense was we saw fun stuff all the time, because that middle was cleared out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
And we don't have a starter back, but that's just not the Kyle Shanahan offense either.
Running backs?
Derrick Henry or whatnot.
Yeah,
I mean, because I think we were trying to do that with Mostert, and he's not a.
Yeah, he's not
a starter. He's just a.
Well, you got to run by committee. Well, I like Jeffrey Wilson Jr. to come in and play the TC role next year, and let Mostert come in. But let Jeffrey soften him up first, and then bring Mostert in. And now they're off on their heels. He's got him going one way, he's going the other, because Mostert could hit that hole quick.
Yeah, like Breezy says, Wayne Breezy says, you got to have the thunder and the lightning.
Yeah, you can't just have the lightning. That's true. Oh,
right.
God.
Yeah.
That game was rigged. No, I'm not getting Jimmy G off my wall. That's my quarterback. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm watching the chat.
I mean, I love Jimmy. I mean, he's great. I mean, he's just going to get better. I mean, what is it? He only had one season start.
One full season.
Full start.
And that's the fun thing about it, even though people think he had nothing to do with it. One full season for whatever reason, and the players, he's a leader, went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
13
like that Rams
and 3.
game, he was leading it,
Oh, yeah.
Like the Rams game he won, he was leading it great. And actually the Patriots game, he didn't look great throwing it, but he actually ran for a first down.
Yeah, that ankle, I don't know what a high ankle sprain feels like, but I can't imagine if it's as bad as people say. And you're playing pro football, I can't imagine that. So, I want to see him back. I want to see him back healthy. I want to hopefully he could go the whole season as he did the year before last. And some of the speculation that's going around that's misplaced, I want to see that stop and Jimmy G stand there and say, "How you like me now?" I can't wait for that to happen. He'll never do that, but I'll do it for him.
Definitely. I wonder who they're going to draft as quarterback and when. And which round? Maybe the second round.
It needs to be second round. Yeah. The first round needs to be an offensive
lineman. And I think
lineman.
we talked about this. Oh, yeah, definitely. I wonder what's that first pick going to be? Either cornerback or...
I think it's a cornerback. I need to look at... Are there any outstanding... If they can get a kick-ass cornerback in the first round, I think they're going to do that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cornerbacks in the draft, I heard. A lot of good ones.
Or they're going to trade down in the first round and pick up and try to get 12 or 13 picks. Because the 49ers can find people in the draft. It's amazing. They've missed on 2 or 3 people. And the first picks in the first round, that's what's so funny, Tom. They got Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
Who else? See, that's it. The 49ers would be...
but what was that guy... What was that last caller saying that Josh Allen was? No, Kyler Murray was number 1 and both of them 2, right?
Yeah. I forgot. This
what the
year
hell
first
was he
round.
talking about?
Well, he's talking about, we Show and I were arguing like we do every year in all season. Show came up with some weird names about the first round pick. And he said the Cardinals are going to take Nick Bosa, so just get over it. And we're going to take whomever, right? And that's if you think the 49ers are going to pass up on Nick Bosa, you need to stop smoking that dope, bro, because nobody passes up on Nick Bosa unless you're just stupid. That's the best thing. The 49ers haven't had an edge rush. They haven't had a pass rush. I mean, the 49ers, man, they needed a pass rush so bad. They had to have one this year.
There's never going to be anybody like Bosa as a rookie ever.
Yeah.
Not for a while. That's like once in a decade thing.
Yeah, you're not really. He's a generational player, so you had to get. And even Lynch said later it was never a question as to who we're going to get with our first pick. So yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking the way the Niners D is built, the front 7, that they might go edge rusher in the first round.
Oh, I know that's a possibility because we don't. D Ford is. What you see with Dick, he needs to retire. I really think so. His back
he's going to retire.
How does his back go? It started as a calf injury, and now his back went out, and then it migrated to his neck.
This guy's the biggest bust in the history of trades.
Well, he could play.
That's why KC
awesome.
got rid of him.
Oh yeah, with trades.
I know
the
he
dude
is.
Can play when he's on the field, but my God, your neck, your back, your calf. And you're not even playing,
Disabled
and these things are falling apart? Whoa.
Yeah. And all these guys are going, we need to trade for Kirk Cousins. I'm like, Kirk Cousins and Jimmy are the exact same.
Well, the thing is, Kirk Cousins gets paid how much? Here's the thing about Kirk.
Way
the guy
more.
likes him. Kirk's 30 what? I think Jimmy G needs
30-something, huh?
Yeah, let's let Jimmy continue to develop. And then people are going to shut up about Jimmy.
Yeah.
I predict within the next year. If he stays on the field, the slams stop next year. Guaranteed.
Yeah, and Jimmy has a better defense, too. If he just doesn't try and hurt himself next season, maybe stop throwing the pick.
We're going to find out.
Kirk Cousins, he has the worst defense in history. We just have 6 rushing touchdowns in one game.
The Vikings used to be great, though. I don't know. They lost people, too. Tom, we got to go, though.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. I'll see you Friday if you get a chance.
Happy New Year, man.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, if not, then I'll see you in the next one.
All right. Night, Tom.
All right, take care.
You too. Ellis.
Ronbo getting the next one, next call.
Ellis? Did you hear me? Ellis? What? Ellis, what was that? Was he talking to us? Or was he talking about the kids? Listen, you know what? Do we have that screensaver? I got to run to the little boys' room. Okay. Fam, hold on. I'll put these right here so you know I'm coming back. I need 30 seconds.
Hello.
It's amazing how refreshing that is. Nate!
Hey, what's up, dude?
Nate, man, you know how when we lose, we always go after the quarterback, the coach, or the GM? We're back at that stage again. We come off the Super Bowl, and Jimmy G has got to go. But Kyle jumped up and told people yesterday, Jimmy G's my starting quarterback for 2021. And so I saw that, couldn't stop laughing. I said, oh, God, Kyle, you could have saved. You didn't need to say anything. Oh, my God. So I said, I got to come and check out with the fam and see what's going on. The game was, I did wash my hands, yes. But, yeah. But, Nate, what do you think? Was he BSing us? Was he being sincere? Or has Kyle got something up his sleeve we don't know about? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that even there's a lot of people in the media right now, even Sports Illustrated, all of this, they're talking about how he is being covert about it,
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. And so a lot of the media, they want Justin Fields, at least they want a quarterback, and they don't understand, like, the Bay Area is asking for a new quarterback, right?
Everybody that likes the 49ers is asking for a new quarterback, except for a small percentage of us.
Yeah, because we understand it. Like, if we go, dig, into the draft that far down, we're going to give up a lot of capital within our draft.
Mm-hmm.
If we stay where we're at, we can pick up. We're not going to pick up offensive lineman at that position. Not a good one.
It's
going to be corner. It's going to be a corner, man. It's going to be
because you need that really bad. We don't have anybody signed yet, so yeah, you're right. They almost have to pick up a cornerback.
Right, because McGlinchey can, he's showing some confidence. I like what I've seen in the last game against Arizona. He wasn't McGlinchey.
He wasn't bad. PFF gave a high score too.
Yeah, he did a good job. And I think we can trust him again. Let's get some trust back in that, man. And we don't need to go dig deep for. Yes, he does. He's on that keto diet. Remember, I told you that keto diet? That's what he went on. He went on that keto diet, low carb diet.
Really?
So that's why he lost all that weight. Yeah.
That's called keto diet. That diet has down through the years has had different names, but yeah, low carb, high
diet.
protein. Yeah, it does.
Right.
Yeah,
that's affected his ability because you need carbs, man, for what he's doing on the field.
I always laugh at dudes talk about, I'm trying to cut up, and so you don't eat no carbs. No, man, you never can. Bread is like poison to me, dude. You're starving yourself to death. Okay, that's quietly starving to death. But yeah.
He needs a peanut butter sandwich with some bananas in it, man.
And get
that's
some
the military
pasta
diet right there.
And some rich olive oil, rich tomato sauce, and eat. Hey,
Yeah, he needs to eat, man. He needs to get up. He needs to eat. He needs to relax and eat, man, and not care about how he looks. I know he's trying to get himself a Bay Area model. I don't know, but maybe he's trying to do that.
I don't know. He's not. We only see when he messes up. He doesn't mess up for 4 quarters. We do get carried away. Well, we expect perfection all the time from every position. I'm guilty of it as well. We ask for too much sometimes. Every mistake Jimmy G's ever made, nobody's forgotten. His good things, a large percentage of people have already forgotten. They'll give you all the bad stuff, but they don't want to talk about the good stuff. I've seen Jimmy G make numerous mistakes, but I also recognize he does a lot of good things. So, we need to temper and give things a chance to materialize. Jimmy G's had 1 full season with the 49ers with rookie receivers and everything else. I just think with time they could get better, but most people don't think so. They think it's all Jimmy's fault. This is why I think when Kyle says that, I kind of believe him. I think if he's going to be covert, Kyle wouldn't say anything, knowing him.
Yeah, he wouldn't say anything. And the thing is that I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be an elite quarterback. I think people are going to reach for those quarterbacks. So, and then did you check out the Oregon Duck offensive lineman? Did you get a chance to check him out? Funny Sewell.
He's going to go in the first round. Everybody's talking about him. I just remember I was watching the other day. I was reading about. Yeah, I saw online. And I was saying, hey, there's that dude that Nate's talking about. And the dude's a monster. Everybody's talking about him. He's going to be top 10.
Yes,
damn it, we're 15.
He's going to go to the Cincinnati. That's where he's going. Anytime we want something beautiful, we don't get it.
That's a bad
Von Miller. We got, Browns got Von Miller. We got Alden Smith.
But you know what? J.J. Watt was in that draft, too. So you know what? But Alden would have been okay if he wouldn't have lost his mind. God.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be up there with the rest of those guys.
San Jose.
He's just crazy.
Shooting up his AK in San Jose.
God.
Hey, man,
riding down the road like it's okay. Oh, Alden. Come on, man.
I know. Then he became an alcoholic, man. There was a lot of issues with him.
Then he went to the Cowboys smoking for $4 million. Doing a video, smoking dope as his girlfriend. You think he should be doing that on a video? But they don't know what this is. Alden, what's wrong with you? They suspended his stupid butt. Man, actually, you know what? Okay. He's not serious, so why should we be serious? Ain't no point getting your hopes up about Alden, man. So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. You reach for these players, and our bad luck at times. We got A.J. Jenkins. These are just bad things that happen to us.
Oh,
I think all
I
teams suffer some
that.
of these things, though. So, it's not just us, I hope.
Yeah, I remember that. Remember we picked up Quantum Bomber, and then Jackson was in that draft. You know that? That wide receiver Jackson was in that draft, and we still picked up Quantum Bomber.
Right. And also, what's his name? The Eagles wide receiver. What's the tall dude's name? We could have had him, too. He was there for us.
I forget his name, man. I think I know who you're talking about.
Alshon. What's it?
Alshon Jeffries.
Yeah.
Alshon Jeffries.
Oh.
Yeah, man. That was good right there.
Trent, what did you do?
Okay. You were doing the comparison the other night with Debo and McCaffrey up in Seattle, right? But I believe that, McCaffrey, he's an awesome player, right?
Metcalf?
He's great.
DK
Metcalf, yeah. DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
Yeah, Debo and Metcalf. Yeah, sorry, man. I don't really pay attention up there.
But go ahead. What is your point? What was that?
Yeah, but my idea is that he works for our system better, Debo, and that's why he was picked. But I never see DJ Metcalf break tackles like he does. That's what I'm talking about.
That's true.
He's slick. Debo is slick as hell, and you got to get your arms around him, and you still get your arms around him, he still finds a way out.
I know.
So he's if he gets healthy, Metcalf ain't doing that. He's just a bigger guy who has elite body strength, and that's all he has. But he's not a tackle breaker like him.
But
he's not like Debo. No.
If the Hawks didn't have Metcalf, they would not be in the position they're in. That dude is hard to cover. He's got that speed, and that's a downfield threat that I'm talking about. He can get deep in a hurry, and all you got to do is throw it down.
That's why we're
going
to pick corner. That's why we're going to pick corner.
Is he
Our
quick?
first pick is going to be a cornerback.
Oh,
That's
cornerback.
going to be a cornerback.
Oh, yeah. We got to get a big physical cornerback to deal with both. Although Verrett likes playing D-Hop, I was thinking we needed somebody for D-Hop and DK. Verrett owned D-Hop the other day, except for that one play.
Yeah. That's what I mean. We're gonna pick up corner because we're in the middle of the draft. There's gonna be an elite corner. That's where we're at.
At 15,
and that's gonna be
right?
given to us. It's like it's gonna fall to us right there.
Nate, you got a choice though. At 15, you can take an elite offensive lineman, cornerback. I think you're right though. We need a cornerback more than anything. When are we gonna get a quarterback? I don't know. I'm guessing the second round. He ain't gonna be the first round. At 15, why not wait till the second round? Depends on who's on the board.
There is a lot of rumors, There's a lot of rumors, and Sam Darnold coming to San Francisco. A lot of rumors.
Ew.
Matthew Stafford. All these rumors, they're still in the air.
Those are people.
There's a lot of things going on.
Those are dudes' rumors. So ain't nothing like that being leaked out of the front office. 49ers don't leak out stuff like that anyway. That's just people talking. Trust me. But anyway, Nate.
Yeah.
We're going to go. I'm going to wish you a happy new year. Always a pleasure. And let's go ahead and see you.
All right, man. So what do you want? What do you desire in that mid-range pick for you? Like for me, I really don't want a corner, but I think that's what's going to fall.
That's what I think. I want a center, and that one out of Bama, I like him. Every year, Weston Richburg is so important to that offensive attack. And they bend him up and he's out of here. He can't get hurt and come back in a couple of minutes. He's got to be out for the season. So I want an offensive lineman. We'll see. I want a center to be exact. But anyway, Nate. All right. Happy New Year, fam.
You take it easy, man. 49ers forever, man.
Yeah.
Later.
Ellis.
Ronbo.
Ellis. Well.
What's up, family?
The Jimmy G Chronicles are already underway. They're being written. Kyle jumped up and told people that Jimmy G's his quarterback for next year. The media, about 4 guys, asked Kyle, "Hey, what are you gonna do about Jimmy G?" Like everybody's pissed off with G, right? So Kyle sat there very calmly, said, "Jimmy G's my quarterback starting 2021, and no, he's not getting paid too much money. Jimmy G ranks about the middle of the pack with that." And he went on and on. People think, I'm wondering, is Kyle blowing smoke? Is he sincere? Or is there something else going on? But I do know Kyle, on the fly like that, I don't know if he's always ready to BS. So I'm thinking, and because I want to believe, I think he's serious. But what do you think, Ellis?
I mean, it's kind of in the middle. Because Kyle knows that he can't afford to, have like another 2-3 season, or 1 to 3 seasons full of nonsense and decline. You know what I mean? So having to try to restart the whole entire team, getting a brand new or a quarterback that's unfamiliar with the offense and with the 49er way of doing things and what have you, it's going to be setting him back as a coach and set the organization back.
Ellis, I just want to pause you right there a second. Tell Big Show it's not a myth that quarterbacks coming out of college can come right in and segue into the NFL and know what they're doing immediately. See, he says that's outdated. That's not true anymore. You see 3 or 4 quarterbacks out of 32 teams that come in, rookies, and just start taking over from day one. But then that team didn't have a quarterback to begin with. And this is what I'm talking about. Anybody that thinks that one of these kids coming out of college come in and master Kyle Shanahan's system and start throwing to Debo, Kittle, and Ayuk like it ain't no big thing has got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I just, it's such a rarity that would ever happen. You know what I mean? I look at Patrick Mahomes. He got his he got to get his start. What was it, his third season of being in the NFL?
Well, second.
Is that when it was
I
it
think.
second?
Yeah.
Second or third. So, and he very well could have been ready to go right when he got in the damn NFL. But there's not very many of those that you get. So just those odds and things like that just don't always work into the favor, of people all the time, especially when it comes to those kind of picks, because it's a rarity. There's so many busts and, so much potential at the same time. So I don't think
you saw what happened
I think
to Tua last week, right? I was kind of shocked, but coach said,
"Oh, how they pulled him and put Fitz in."
Yeah, it's just wow. I didn't see that coming. Tua was struggling though.
Yeah,
it's a lot to ask a rookie, especially with a team that's doing well. Although Dolphins weren't doing well until recently, but this team is ready to go, Ellis. This is not a fledgling team.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, man. It's Kyle's not going to try to wait another 3-4 damn years and trying to get a system together because his contract was, he just got his extension, so he wants to try to hit it one more time. He wants to give it one more go. I think he wants to give it one more go with Jimmy, and beef up that offensive line. Get all of our guys together and really get the overall scope of what we should have been seeing this year. I think he's kind of trying to look towards doing that next year and then trying to better the team as well as best as we can, considering we're going to be losing a lot of guys.
And that makes sense.
Just to kind of you know what I mean, just to try to give us the best opportunity as possible without having to feel like we're doing a whole damn reset. Because how inconvenient it would be and messed up it would be for things to bottom out on him if he went and got a new quarterback next year. Let's just say a rookie. I'll say, he might be still aiming after Kirk Cousins. You guys, you never know. And I'm not fond of that. I wouldn't be happy with that move. Shit, I damn near would rather keep Jimmy G and just give him a line, give him a few more seconds in that pocket. Give him a full health, some confidence, a nice little off season to work on the necessary skills and training that he needs. And I'll go with that over Kirk Cousins any day. I'm just saying. So hopefully that's not what Kyle's looking at.
Did his contract run out? Why does everybody keep calling Kurt's name?
I don't know. I know he signed. Did they franchise tag him again a second year? Or am I mistaken?
I thought
Did they
he
actually
signed that contract the year before last? Has he been over there more than 3 seasons? Anyway,
shit, don't quote me on it. I'm not absolute, but I'm just saying. I hope.
I don't think his contract ran out yet. Anyway,
okay,
the thing is,
well, good.
What does Kyle tell Trent Williams, George Kittle, Debo, Mostert, and all those guys? Guys, we're going to go with a rookie quarterback. Trust me on this. Trust you on what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's not going for that. After the Brian Hoyer days and all of the stuff that he's had to deal with, and then dealing with the Beathards and us having to go through stuff we've had to go through, he does not want to even feel remotely close to going back towards that. And we're not even in that realm now. We just had a really rough year. I mean, look at the difference though. I swear, 3 or 4 games, we'd be in a totally different conversation right now. And these are all winnable games. I mean, the Cardinals game, the first game, we lost by 4. How many other 3 or 4 games we had where the loss was in less than 7 points? Proximity of 7 or less.
Remember the turnovers,
and they were all because we had 2 or more turnovers each of those games.
Yep.
So, those are the things that we can't afford to have happen in the discipline, and the decisions have to be concise and precise. And it's really rough though in the heat of the moment, man. And guys aren't scanning the field. It's easy, man. Human error is one of the most common error. So we're not always going to be perfect, man. But that's the tough thing about it, man. That's what that discipline. That's what guys being able to, see before the play, before the ball snaps, already have your assignment in your head and be in your own world. You know what I mean? You really got to zone out, because we had the opportunity last year, man. We would feel totally different right now if the season happened like this and we lost the Super Bowl. I mean, if we won the Super Bowl last year, shit, at least we won at least we got the chip last year. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
we were so close.
But
so close. That's why this team.
And it was our opportunity. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Chiefs are better this year than they were last year. So we would have, you know, it would have been a nice little battle. You know, having a full Chiefs team and us a full team. You know, I'm just saying, if we would have went back again,
and we
that
was
would have
mad
been
as
one
hell
hell
about
of a
last
rematch.
year. That would have been a great game. Because
goodness.
LSU, they got away with something. Nick Bosa getting held on that play that was pivotal, and they got that bomb off to Tyreek. If that doesn't happen,
we got to be honest. They know that shit was bought. Anybody that's been a football fan for 15 years or more know that was fixed. Okay. Anybody that's been a current fan doesn't really understand the history of stuff and how stuff happens like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little bit of money going around. So, but anyway, yeah, man, I feel good though, Ronbo. You know, I'm just glad we have. I'm glad Kyle had a successful draft pick in the Brandon Ayuk, and then also getting Javon, and that he can have those things to look forward to positively moving into the new year and having less of a headache. Not having any more Dantes or Solomons. You know what I mean? Solomon Thomas's.
That's what's scary about the first round.
He's got to be continuing to worry about.
Yeah.
You know, but I would take a quarterback, man. I just hope that he's good. I hope that whatever draft pick we use, whichever and every draft pick we use this year, is utilized to the fullest of its potential, each and every last one of them, because we need it. We absolutely need it.
Because we'll lose at least 10 people. So each one of those picks is super valuable.
Look at how damn good the Dolphins are looking this year. I mean, shit, they had one of the best drafts. They had one of the best drafts last year. I mean, let's not forget. That's why the Dolphins are so good. I know we thought we were supposed to just run through them, and we felt so like, oh, we got beat by the Dolphins. It's just because the Dolphins have been so garbage for the last 20 years. The Dolphins have been straight cheeks. So that's why we're like it's feeling like, you know, it's feeling like, damn, like how we get. But the Dolphins had one of the best drafts this past year.
I tell you.
So we got to remember that. And they got
that tight end. That tight end, Jasicki, I saw him and I put him on my own mock draft. I said, that dude, Jasicki, watch out. I knew it. Him and George would have been straight money.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about him too.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So if we can do some things like the Dolphins did last year in the draft, get some really good quality players, some guys that can come right in and elevate this team, you know, like a Brandon, like Debo, and do, you know, try to double up on our draft this year. You know, it's going to be in our favor, you know, because we got a lot of money problems that we're going to be worrying about, and they're lowering the cap and everything.
But everybody does.
So, you know.
So
we got to get ready for that, man.
We gonna get ready. We gonna win too. People don't know. Ain't gonna be all them injuries next year. Ellis, Happy New Year, Ellis. I'm gonna see you Friday as we get ready to predict. If you ain't, like, everybody's gonna be asleep. Like, I can't wake up, man. I'm still from last night partying. You can do it though, Ellis.
Ronbo. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. One more thing before we go, man. Today was my son's birthday, man. Can I get a happy Niner birthday for my son today?
Could have done that a long time ago. Are you ready? What's his name?
I appreciate it.
What's his name?
My son Joshua.
Joshua.
Yeah.
I like this. Gives me something other than the depressing thought of Jimmy and everybody hating on him. I like Jimmy. Josh! Josh! Look at what's up? Happy Niners birthday to my man Josh. Happy Niners birthday. Josh. Josh. Happy Niners.
And you know
it. Birthday, Big Josh.
My man.
Hey, Ellis,
my man.
How old is Josh now?
I appreciate that. He just turned 7.
All right, Josh, look at you. Getting up there. 7.
Yeah, my jersey number, man. It's a special number, man. For
all
me.
Right.
It's my boy.
Cool.
It's my favorite number. Yeah. Right on, champ. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ronbo greatly.
My pleasure.
And yeah, man, we're gonna be good, you know, and you know, we'll figure out. We'll see what's going on. We got one more. We got some birds to clip, you know. So let's
Can't wait to get at it too. Can't wait till next season. All right, Fib. You have
Peace
a great
and
night.
love, bro.
Happy New Year between
Peace
now
and
and
love.
Friday.
You too, champ.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Shout out to the Niner faithful, y'all. Peace and love.
Yeah. And Chuck Burns, thanks, Texas. Happy New Year, Ronbo. Keeping the 49er faithful strong. Thank you. Super Bowl 56 champs. We will be back. Yep. And because we got, like Robert Saleh said, some unfinished business. Eddie Ramirez, don't get used to that spot. You didn't get there, honestly, to begin with, and you're coming down. But if y'all get beat, I want to see Mahomes have another game like I've seen him. Mahomes had his little arm is starting to get a little creased, ain't it? That 30-foot drop back and sack was hilarious. Hey, Gonzo!
Ronbo!
Gonzo, come on in, man. We're talking.
I got a lot to say, but
go ahead.
But first I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Norm because Norm be cracking me up, man. I love Norm, man. He be cracking me up. So big shout out to Norm and big shout out to all the guys that are putting these fake Niner fans on blast because I mean they're right, they're right, and I appreciate that. And I also agree too. I mean it's football. Things are bound to happen. People are finna get hurt. People finna mess up. People finna win. It's just like that big quote from Friday. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I mean that's it.
You win some, you lose some. It's like it's all a working process too. The team is still young. I still don't understand this whole. Oh, we need to get rid of Jimmy G. He's a bad player. Get him off the team. We don't like him no more. He hasn't done anything for this team yet.
And Gonzo, if the new kid comes in and gets his brains spit out, he's trash. He's a boss. Get him out of here. See, this is what people don't understand about football. Would you wait a minute? People have no patience. It has to be right now, or else you're garbage. You're trash. Our first round picks every year, they get trashed. Usually, except this year, Javon Kinlaw. They try to call Kinlaw a bust to begin the season. I could not stop laughing. I said, man,
I'm okay with drafting another quarterback. I'm okay with drafting another quarterback. Yeah, he is not starting. He is definitely not starting. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. And then it's like it's one of those things. It's like Jimmy. I'm not gonna say here and call Jimmy the next Montana or something like that. But he also he doesn't suck. He's not a bad quarterback. Like he knows what he's doing. It's just a matter of time. It's just like we've been saying. Just give Jimmy the weapons that he needs, and he'll be set. Yeah. That's all we need to do.
And let him build that continuity. That chemistry continues to build. And you're going to see things you're not going to be able to believe within the next 2 seasons, next year and the year after that. They are potentially, and I'm not going to say Jimmy's never going to be great because there's a lot of quarterbacks who started out not looking like they was just going to wipe things out, and they did turn out that way. Joe Montana came in okay. He was okay. But then after Walsh worked him a while, all of a sudden he's a world beater, So that's why I say, man, people need to wait a minute before you make these judgment calls.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't just judge a player off of one game, a couple of games, or like one season, or like not even one season. Like they just started. Like Jimmy G just came back. He just came out from New England being a freaking secondary. He was second starter. He wasn't. You gotta cut him some slack. Let the man breathe, let him do what he's got to do, let him think, and we'll see what happens. But
and Kyle, let Kyle develop him. He was bringing his back up, for God's sakes. Give it a minute, And then jerks like Seahawks Rain can shut the hell up, and I'll be so delighted.
Exactly, and that's why I'm just like that's why I'm saying I feel for everybody saying like us as Niner fans, like, we really just got to stop playing this whole entire blame game. We got to stop. It's got to stop now. Well, it's not like, I don't know. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
I think every fan base kind of does it. Can you imagine being Philadelphia fans? I understand are the scariest people in the world. Can you imagine what that poor quarterback is going through right now? If he's in a restaurant, they're probably going to kick his ass. Yeah. I wouldn't be Carson Wentz right now for anything, boy. Ooh, wee.
Yeah, no. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. But at the end of the day, it's football. It's a working process. Just like everybody said, you gotta trust the process. Trust the process.
Yeah, and it's not always quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a quick process, but something's bound to happen, and I get it. People are pissed. He's done mistakes here and there. I've noticed those mistakes too. I've called him out on those mistakes.
I noticed them too. I get mad. I get mad at Jimmy all the time, but people go too far with that.
But yeah, and that's the thing too. And it's like just because I notice the mistakes he does, that doesn't mean I'm just gonna straight up just go like, oh yeah, nah, bro, get this guy out of the team, bro. He fucking sucks. I don't ever want to see him ever again.
But Gonzo, here's a question though: how many quarterbacks have you seen? Russell Wilson for a 3-week stretch was the worst quarterback in the NFL this year. This is the thing: you're not gonna get perfection out of a quarterback each and every Sunday. That's not possible. Nobody does it. What we saw Brady get burnt down to the ground, but what team was that just beat his brains out here about 3 weeks ago, and I couldn't stop laughing because Brady's got every weapon in the world out there, but he hasn't been with those people. He just now learned how to play.
Oh, God.
Man.
Oh, man.
No patience.
No, exactly. That's why. That's what I'm saying. Like, no quarterback is going to come out every single Sunday and just be like, okay, yeah, I can do, I have, I might just have a perfect game. Nope, that's not the way it works.
So if that's what we're looking for, it ain't going to happen.
And as far as the draft,
great things too. Exactly.
No. He like that's all it is too. He's had good times and he's also had bad times. We've noticed the bad times, but he's also done a lot of good. I mean, we already went to the Super Bowl with him. We already went to the Super Bowl with him.
And there were some games that were on his shoulders where they finally stopped the 49ers from running, and they gave Jimmy the ball. He did it. He picked it up.
Yep.
Nobody remembers that, though. Well, the run game and defense was all we had.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's not true. Yeah. So, and then our run defense, our run game was awesome. Ain't no doubt about it. I ain't saying it wasn't.
It was for sure.
Don't tell me Jimmy had nothing to do with what was going on out there. I ain't hearing that.
That's why I'm just like, I don't know. It's like Jimmy's not there, but he's there. Like everyone just ignores what he does, but he's there.
And wait for him to make a mistake. There he goes again. Okay.
Yeah.
See, you ought to watch all 4 quarters. Okay, that's not all that happened today.
Yeah. So, as far as the drafts go, I mean, I wouldn't mind another quarterback. I wouldn't mind another.
I hope so.
Another corner probably. I just know that we ain't done yet. We're for sure going to go to the bowl again. Like anybody that says the 49ers are not going to go to the we are. There's no doubt about that.
And Gonzo, we get plenty of rest this year, unlike last year. A lot of times I think teams go too deep into the playoffs. They do be a little unrecovered into the next season. And this is why they're going to get plenty of rest this year because we're done this weekend. Hi, guys.
Yep.
Start training up, get strong, and we'll go back and get them next year. So,
Mm-hmm. We got the Seahawks. Yeah, the Seahawks, right? No. Yeah, right?
Yeah, this weekend, yeah. KD, he was like the best third down conversion in the league, KD. So shove it. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Gonzo, go ahead.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what's gonna happen this weekend, but I know for sure that we are not gonna go down like some scrubs. We're gonna go down fight.
I know, right? I can't wait to play.
We're not gonna like because I've been dealing with this all week. I've been dealing with this all week.
You're gonna be all right. But Gonzo, the pressure's on the Hawks because they have to win. I thought they didn't have to. They want to have that first round. Not first round bye. They won the division already. But Green Bay stands to win. If they do, I think they're the guys who don't have to play in the first round.
Oh yeah. The pressure's on. Yeah, the pressure is definitely on. And I don't know. I've been dealing with it all week though. I've been dealing with it all this week. I've been dealing with Seahawks fans oh, you guys are trash. You guys are not a quality team.
The unquality team kicked them to the curb last year and into the wild card division. So they can make things up all they want to.
I just been rubbing it in their face all day today because they're saying like a year ago from today is when we stopped them at the 1 yard line. So
you got go to the wild card.
You guys better hope that doesn't happen again this weekend.
And wait, let me address Eddie Ramirez. Eddie Ramirez. The only reason Kelsey is like ahead right now is due to the fact that my guy didn't play all season. See, this is what I'm talking about, Gonzo. Now we got to put up with the BS. Kelsey's the best tight end in the league because George didn't play this year. Oh, I can't wait till next year. Okay, we'll be all right. We'll put up with this
and it's and that's the thing too. Like players like Kittle and the Yock Bros, the Yock Brothers, and everything, and all that stuff. It's they're gonna come back next year and they're gonna be like, yeah,
and they'll be rested, ready to roll. Guys, we're gonna go. Hey, Happy New Year, fam. Hey, I'll be back Friday looking for your score, too.
Happy New Year to you and the family. Happy New Year to all the faithful. I hope, hopefully this year turns out better for all of us, and just stay blessed, and Niners forever. Niners forever. We'll see what happens this weekend.
All right, looking forward. All right, fam.
Have
a good night.
Have a good night.
All right, Gonzo. And Clarence Molina, if we're running with Jimmy, he restructures his contract. O-line is priority, and cornerback, then QB in draft. Signed Trent Williams and All-Pro Fred, and CJ pick from K1 and Verrett. No. Actually, Clarence, we have to have all those people. All right. I definitely got to have Verrett and K1. Trent Williams got to come back. Yeah, we got to draft a quarterback. I just wonder when they're going to draft a quarterback because, you get a first-round quarterback, you got to pay him a lot of money. That's why I always know that's not going to happen too. Especially if we already got a quarterback. If we didn't have one, it'd be another story. Some people don't think we have one, but we do. Hey, Jay.
Finally. I do mean finally, as my man Trey from VA would say.
And I see Trey's in the chat right now. He must be loving it. Trey, Jay's coming in to play. Jay, do you feel like we've been too cute and cuddly in tonight?
Yes, I got you, my brother from the DMV. I got you tonight.
Go ahead, Jay. It's all yours. Take it away.
Time. First of all, let me go to the faithful. Look, just because we don't care about the name on the back of the jersey, don't mean we ain't faithful to the name on front of the jersey. You know what I mean? So stop trying to doubt the fans because we don't believe in fucking Jimmy G. Half of us was doubting Jimmy G last year when we was on the Super Bowl run. How many games have y'all complained, seen Kyle Shanahan complain, and see Jimmy throw it to a linebacker that's sitting over the middle? Like, come on, man. Jimmy's not elite. Jimmy's good. And stop all this, oh, yeah, he got to grow and this and that. Jimmy's who he is. Jimmy ain't getting no better or no worse. That's what y'all seen, Jimmy. That's the best y'all get out of Jimmy. And what Kyle was saying in the press conference, he was how many coaches y'all see that come in and talk about they injured quarterback that's not playing, like Kyle was talking about going in detail, or he taking notes and he trying to put on the front to put up his trade value. Come on.
Jay, is he
talking
leaving?
About how many times he's taking notes and all this and that, and
Jay,
how great he is, and we can't win without him.
Is he out of here?
He's gone. Yeah, I've been saying that the whole time, the whole season. I guarantee he's gone.
And who we go get?
Don't matter. Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Kyle, you know what I mean? Kyle Trask, any functional quarterback that can throw the ball and has some kind of mobility to it. Y'all keep talking about, oh, what a rookie quarterback going to do behind this terrible offense? Well, what the fuck Jimmy going to do but get killed? Jimmy can't move. He can't throw deep. He can't throw no out. He can't throw. Come on, man. we know what Jimmy is, man. Jimmy, Jimmy can get you to the Super Bowl, but everything got to be perfect around him. Look how many coaches, Rex Ryan. Look how many ex-football players, Ryan Clark and all these other football analysts that talk about Jimmy last year when we was going, oh, Jimmy's the weak link. But no, us the fans, no, we know more about these people that coach in the NFL, that played in the NFL. We so smart. We the GMs. We know how great Jimmy is since he's on our team. Okay, I understand, supporting our players, but Jimmy's good, not great.
I'm saving this. I can't wait till next year because he all pumped up. Wait till next year. And
Jimmy ain't nothing but Jared Goff.
You're going to be calling and laughing because I would say, Jay, I told you I was taping you up, man. We ain't lost a game yet.
No.
Jimmy G's ranked as the number 2 quarterback in the NFL. What you going to say now?
I guarantee I will buy. If Jimmy on this team, I will buy you how many Jimmy jerseys you want next year.
Are you serious? Because Big Show still owes me a Kendrick Bourne jersey.
Man, so Jimmy on this team. Cause look, we didn't extend Jimmy. They didn't give him a contract extension. They extended Ford. They restructured Ford. They restructured K1. They restructured Western Richburg. They restructured all 3 of their contracts. Why not Jimmy? Jimmy if he's your franchise quarterback, he should have been the first person you restructure or given an extension to even this cap. And if they would have did that, we could have kept Buckner. Jimmy's out of here, man. I know what Kyle doing. Anybody who get in a conversation and got to go on and on and on about how great this guy is.
They kept asking him questions. Every question was about Jimmy at the end. So he had to answer.
But he ain't had to answer in full detail like he was going. Like even telling them,
Jimmy. Bro, he likes Jimmy.
I guess Jimmy take the best notes on the team.
Yep.
Well, Jimmy don't show what notes he's taking on the team when he sat behind Tom Brady for 4 years and still coming over here can't read the defense. I'm just saying. And come on, man, we got to stop it. We're not mediocre. This, like we say, this is the Niners. This is the Empire. We're not mediocre like the rest. So Jimmy is mediocre. What Sherman say? No, not even Sherman.
Sherman said he was. Let me tell you what Sherman said. He feel like it was a blessing being a part of this organization.
Man, I ain't worried about Sherman. I'm talking about when he's talking about Crabtree and he said that mediocre receiver. This is a mediocre quarterback, man. I'm just saying. And I'm like Michael Singletary. Can't win with him. Won't do it. Can't do it. I mean, Jared Goff took his team to the Super Bowl. Come on now. And now look at Jared Goff. They gave him that contract. Now look, Jimmy's the same way. I'm just saying with my eyes, see, personally, Kyle got to do too much. And all this, Kyle don't go down the field. With Atlanta, he went down the field. Washington, he went down the field. With the Browns, he went down the field. With Nick Mullins, he go down the field. Only person he didn't throw down the field is Jimmy G. And the only reason he didn't go down the field was C.J. Beathard's last game because he wanted to win that game for C.J. Beathard. So he's like, man, I'm not going to do it to you.
Jay, you never seen Jimmy go downfield?
Once or twice. But look, any other time you see Shanahan teams, they at least going to take 2 or 3 shots down the field. With Jimmy, it's non-existent.
Who would you send? Who would you send deep? Who would you send deep?
Man, I send KB deep. You see how he most 4 niggas on the Hail Mary? Why anybody? It's just a threat. You see Richie James deep. You know what I mean? It's just a threat that somebody's going deep.
He can't get open. That's true. I like Ricky James doing that.
That's what I'm saying. And obviously, I mean, we all seen Shanahan last year frustrated with Jimmy. Come on, y'all can't see. Y'all don't see that.
No, I know what Shanahan's doing with Jimmy. He's had Jimmy for 1 full year, and he's trying to get him through all these mistakes. He said this before, that first year. He said Jimmy G, unfortunately, that injury, he's got to go through some things, and he's not going to be able to do them now. See, Jay, you are not willing to wait, but I think Shanahan might be.
Jimmy G, Shanahan feel like me. Jimmy G was forced on us. So, that's our quarterback. You know what I mean? He wanted Kirk Cousins. He ain't even want Jimmy. But John came up here with, look, I got Jimmy for a second.
Oh, hey.
Let's see what he can do.
But, Jay, okay, he said Jimmy's here now, but he still wanted Kirk Cousins. And then, after he seen Jimmy play, he got over Kirk Cousins. Now, that is the truth.
Yeah, because I mean, that was obvious. But Jimmy ain't the same Jimmy that then now. You know what I mean?
Well,
and now Kyle had 3 years to see Jimmy's limitations. You know what I mean?
A year and a handful of games. A year and a handful of games. He's been out.
But you see it. All right. So you watch two years of Jared Goff, and you know who he is, right?
He ain't missed no time.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's clear who he
is. That's even worse. Jimmy can't even stay healthy. So
well, I see.
What's the point of holding up this franchise and this money on this injured quarterback that you don't really know about?
Yeah, his getting hurt does bother me. But his playing, Jimmy G's going to be a bad mofo if he ever puts in 2 straight years with Kyle Shanahan. And that, I will bet all day. He'll be back next year. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you my list of jerseys, Jay. And we can talk about that. Can we talk September?
Already.
I need to meet you. I need to meet you at a truck stop and buy you a super burger and say, Jay, where's my clothes?
Nah, you ain't gotta do that. I send it right to you. I ain't that type of person, you know. I definitely got you.
Jay, I just want to see your face. Jay, I remember last year, let me play the recording for you. As you talked about Jimmy wasn't going to be here next year. Was you hollering and screaming? I'm telling you, Jimmy G's coming back next year, and he's going to be my starter.
Yeah, okay. And then all these free agents, and all the free agents we got, look, all these free agents, these lower tier free agents we got on our team that's doing good, they not getting big contracts. Other teams, man. So we're going to get a lot of them back on value, even if it's just for 1 year.
Jay,
you know what I mean?
It's right. It's like Deion said.
Jay Jones of the world.
It's like Deion said. We got about 41 guys we signed. We only need 15 of them. We can do without the rest. Exactly. So you're talking about the math on that. You lose a lot of money on shedding some of them contracts. So it's not, as somebody already said, it's not as bad as some people think.
Well, we already we like 20-something million under the cap, and that's how it ain't changing unless we cut people under contract for 2021. You know what I mean? They already figured out our free agents and who leaving this team. They money still not counting against our cap. You know, they projecting we're going to have 20 million after our free agents leave. You know what I mean?
Jay, but I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest bet you and I should have is I guarantee you ain't no rookie coming in here starting for Kyle Shanahan. He'll go back and get that
Why
dude.
not?
He'll go back and get that old dude. What's that dude that he had in Atlanta, that kicker? He'll go back and get Matt Schwab before he has a rookie coming in and run that offense next year. It ain't going to happen, Jay. CJ may stay with us.
We might get a Fitzpatrick to come in here and start us out.
But Fitzpatrick knows nothing about the offense either. They got to get somebody who knows the offense. Kyle, he does not like to teach people. You can tell.
We don't need nobody to know the offense. We need somebody with some talent. That's point blank period. I don't care. You ain't got to know nothing about. All you got to do is have some talent. You know what I mean? Just like people hating us. Fine, like, come on, man. Too many quarterbacks coming out here.
They go jump in Kyle Shanahan's offense. Work with Kittle, Debo, Ayuk. These guys already know what they're doing.
Look how Kyle
he gonna come in and know exactly what to do, and he's gonna get it done.
He's not gonna know exactly what he's gonna do, but
he better.
Because
these guys ain't got time to wait.
Playmaker.
Look what he did this season. You're gonna change the offense for this new quarterback. You're gonna have to. He can't run Kyle's offense. Not from day one.
Look what he did with CJ. Look what he did with CJ. Look what the
good example. Remember when CJ came in for Hoyer and got his brains beat out week after week? That's what you're going to see with this new kid. It's too confusing to run immediately as it should be. Kyle ain't got no time for it.
Running game
I don't care. He ain't got time to run it. He got to do his job. And that was explained, too. People think that you just get the Juice. See Juice YouTube. Juice says people think the quarterback is doing nothing more during the run game than handing the ball off. He's got to do several different things at the same time. Jay, it takes a minute Trust me, it ain't easy to come in and just run Kyle's offense like everybody thinks.
I understand that. But everybody comes in the league has the same learning curve. Some people was like Debo. Debo last year was slower than Ayuk this year. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to tell you.
That man over
that's
the last
what I'm
man.
trying to tell you. You need
no,
guys.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Team,
so
no, but
you
this
don't
team
know
is
if our
ready to
quarterback.
Jay, this team is ready
You don't
to
know
go.
who they drafting.
They don't have time to wait for that kid. They get if
Why
you
don't
want
we?
what you want means CJ stays, the rookie sits for a while, and he
CJ
comes in if we're
anyway.
lucky in week 13. You're not going to get it.
No,
it's not going to start.
No.
I guarantee
the
you.
Rookie, if he a first round pick, I guarantee he's starting day one. You feel what I'm saying? If
Jay, you know better than that.
If Kyle Shanahan picked this quarterback out, especially if we got to trade up and get him, he's going to start
that ain't
day
going to happen
one.
either.
I guarantee.
Jay, that's not going to happen.
Why not?
What
Why
for?
not?
You got a quarterback.
What you mean what for? We need an
Jay,
elite quarterback.
We're going to lose up to 15 to 20 players. We got 10 draft. Jay, let me tell you what's going to happen. First round pick gets traded down. Oh!
No.
Yeah.
Cause they not. Cause they don't. They don't. If they trade down, it's like 1 or 2 spots. But they don't. They not going. Look. If they don't get a quarterback in the first round, they get in the defensive end. Because in the 15th pick, you don't get an offensive lineman there. Because then you end up with Mike McGinty.
Trade down in the second round, you can get a cornerback, and you can get an offensive line, which is desperately needed.
But we know San Francisco. We know this coaching staff don't value corners as high as everybody else. So cornerback, you don't need. You can get a cornerback in the second, third round. You know
we
what
don't
I mean?
have it in the
If you're not gonna
contract
get that
right
quarterback,
now. Yeah. We don't have any cornerbacks
but
on the contract right now.
We're gonna bring Kello back for $1 million. We're gonna bring Simon Thomas back for $1 million.
Did Kello tell you he's gonna take $1 million? Jay,
but I'm just saying. What are they going to get on the open market? What are they career?
Oh,
what
that's
did
a
they
good point
career
there.
show you?
I gotta agree with that.
They going, you know what I mean?
Jay,
y'all
I'm
gotta
loving
think
it, man.
about it.
Jay, you are fun to talk ball with. Would you get back in here Friday, man? Because you got to drive anyway. You can't be getting drunk on New Year's Day. Call back and let's continue.
I got you, Ronbo, man. I appreciate all you do, man. You the best
I appreciate
in the business,
you,
man.
fam.
I love you, big bro.
Boy, it's fun.
Oh yeah, all day. I love it.
Yeah, love you back, fam. I'll see you Friday. All right.
Already. Call us out.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, not a game.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson, straight up number 2 spot and get this, man. Please. Thank you.
Happy New Year, Jay. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Happy New Year, Rambo.
Night, fam.
All right, God bless.
Same to you. Night. You know, this off season, you don't need to do any cardio. Come on in here. Let's argue. It's gonna be fun. And come in and work them trolls, them roaches, them maggots, them on air from other teams. Just beat them up, boy. You better be lucky I'm here and hosting. But some of you guys, I'd wear you out. Ooh, God. Hey, anyway, hey, fam, hit that like because you know we don't do another party. Oh, Clarence Molina. We need to hire new med training conditioning staff. You know, that organization they got in there now, those guys are supposed to be good. I really think it had more to do with the 49ers preseason training and preparing. They didn't get hurt like this. They got hurt last year, but not at the rate they did this year. I'm just hoping in a normal situation, we're going to still get hurt because that's what we do. But hopefully they'll be able to keep the main guys on the field most of the year. So some of these cockroaches running around in here can get what they deserve, to be stepped on and squished around, picked up into a dustpan and dumped into the toilet and flushed after you've used it, before you put them in it. Anyway, fam, I'll see you Friday. Happy New Year between now and then. It's going to be a great 2021. fans.